Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. So Happy Tuesday rolls off the tongue a bit better than Happy Monday. Although, you know, they say that Tuesday is the most depressing day of the week because it's far enough away from the weekend you just had, to where you're not on that high anymore. And it's very far away from the next weekend. But you know what? We're gonna get through it together. Hello, everyone. My gosh, what a crowd we've got. Handlock, I just started right now. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ring, Gak, Praxis, Demon, Twiz, Freezing Moon. My gosh, Liz is in here. We got Handlock. We got CP. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. What's up, everybody? Thank you for being patient with me this week. I've been doing shit is all nuts, right? Because I'm trying to figure out where to put these like stream schedules, and I had some stuff to take care of yesterday. But for the VOD watchers among you, let me dive right in super fast. We're just gonna jump over this really quickly. I just realized I should have put the new stream slots instead of just saying that they exist. But I'll go over it. It'll be fine. Pumpkin Cake, hello, I see you. Today's Thursday, the weekend starts tomorrow evening. Don't mess with me that way, because a part of me definitely was like, really? Like, am I that far off? Anyway, as you can see here, here's our roadmap. I've been doing, this last week was a bit slower. Suffice to say, I had some shit that I had to take care of, completely irrespective of work. But on the plus side, it's been going pretty well. Automating the MCMs has been pretty straightforward thus far. I only have the A Matter of Time MCM compiled, so that's the only one that you're going to see in game today. It's the same one that I showed off before, but we have other ones that are on the docket to be compiled. Oh yeah, testing's been going fun. I have a different stream VOD that I haven't uploaded from the last stream, which was Friday. And I was testing, some of you were there. We were testing some Dawnguard stuff. That was really fun. But I was thinking then about what made the most sense in terms of stream schedule for me. And I think what I'm going to do is... I think what makes the most sense for me to do... So I would like to do this. I would like to actually open up the week to where I'm streaming 2 additional times per week for about the same amount of time. That's where I'm going to start it out. I'm hoping I'm not biting off more than I can chew with having 3 stream days instead of just 1. But I figure if they're all 3 hours, about the same. Oh, thank you for the follow, Akis, by the way. Then that should be doable. And it's about where I'll need to start if I'm going to be making Twitch partners. So I think it'll be a good learning experience. And it should hopefully give you guys more time to try and catch my streams. Now, here's the tricky part. In terms of scheduling, I looked at so many other streamers. I looked at what they did for their schedules and kind of where they put their slots. And I looked specifically at streamers who I know are in the same region as me and who stream multiple days, right? So what I'm probably going to do, and I hope this is palatable for everyone, if not because the time slot works for you, but if so, because it's like consistent and it's always at the same time, I was actually gonna leave all of the streams on the same time and just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the same time I've been streaming. So 12 to 3 for now, right? I hope that works for everyone. I wanted to do multiple days of streaming because I thought that just made it... I mean, my schedule changes from day to day, right? Like on some days I'm very busy, on other days I am less busy, and I thought that if we have multiple days per week, that might make it possible for more people to join. So let me write that down since it's going to be up on screen, or type that down. Let's see, 12 p.m. PST, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I thought that would be a good kind of tester schedule. Hopefully you guys agree. If you have any input, I'd be happy to hear it, because obviously this is not my area of expertise. It's something I'm still kind of learning how to do. But I'm hoping it'll be... I think that the multi-day approach is probably best no matter what. Anyway, that's going to be the plan. So obviously for this week, we missed Monday, but I will be streaming tomorrow. So we'll have 2 streams this week. And then starting next week, we should have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I think that's going to be good. That one works well for me because, you know, it's in the middle of my actual work day. It fits into my work hours. One of the worries that I had about getting like a Friday stream is that, and like having it in the evening, is that like Liz and I typically have a pretty busy schedule, and especially now that things are opening up, even, you know, in quarantine, our weekends are a lot more difficult to consistently have available. So I thought that keeping the stream times during the day and then also keeping them like in the week means that I will be able to more reliably, consistently like hit these dates and these times. So hopefully that works out. The next thing I would like to talk to you about is this right here. I forgot I'm in MS Paint. I can't highlight text like that. So a patron who has chosen to remain anonymous did a really incredible thing this week. Some of you remember that I had a third monitor. In fact, you can see it. You can see it right there, right? So that's my third monitor. This puppy's been with me for a very long time. Unfortunately, it's finally kind of sang its last song, and it stopped working a little while ago. And in the meantime, I've just been working, you know, with two monitors. Ipso facto, one of my patrons took it upon themselves to essentially replace this monitor. So they have purchased an extremely nice secondary monitor for me, and I'm just incredibly thankful. You know who you are, patron. I will not say your name, but thank you so much. I mean, I think all of us here who use multiple monitors know how big of a difference this makes in terms of productivity, and it's especially huge because now that I'll be streaming a lot more of both my work and gameplay, it's really important to have that third monitor, because while I'm streaming, naturally I have, like, my secondary monitor is full up with, you know, stream stuff. Like, I've got my OBS, I've got chat here, so I need the space that I would normally be using for dev work, right? Like, I always use my second monitor for spreadsheets, for notes, for whatever else, for coding. None of that stuff can really happen while I'm streaming, so it is perfectly timed, and I'm really thankful. And just thank you so much, anonymous patron. So with all that, I mean, that's the roadmap update. Today, we actually have a really fun, well, we can do a couple different things, but we have, one of the things that I thought would be fun is a change. Oh yeah, let me catch up here. That is awesome, CP. I'm really, I'm happy to hear that. I hope I didn't say his name, did I? I don't think so. Oh yeah, Blongo. Damn, got out. Monitor 2, like Monitor 3. So what I'm going to be doing today, yes, actually, we'll be testing some mods. This is something I thought would be fun. We can always do something else. But for those of you who attended either my last stream and the stream before it, I can't really remember which it was, I've been, part of my whole like MCM automation kick is figuring out what to do with game start. In one of the last streams, some of you might remember, I was testing a character class, like a character creation system for, you know, whenever you start a new game. And I've just been thinking a lot about, I mean, a huge focus of the port to Ultimate Skyrim SE has been kind of accessibility in like a grand sense, but specifically it's been the new player experience, or even just the for existing players, the experience of starting a new game and kind of getting into the game world, and just the experience you have during that process. And so one of the things that I kept just thinking to myself, like, what? So we have Skyrim Unbound, right? Hello, Plot. Thanks for joining us. So Skyrim Unbound offers a really unparalleled level of control over the circumstances in which you start your game, in which you start your character, right? This is very, very cool. However, I think you guys have probably heard me say before that I don't think that, from the perspective, let's all imagine for a moment that we are a brand new user who's not really a modder, who doesn't really know that side of Skyrim. This is a Skyrim player who is excited to try Ultimate Skyrim, but otherwise does not have any exposure to the technical side of things or modding, whatever. The sort of player who's never even seen like an MCM before, we'll say. I always felt that the MCM for Skyrim Unbound, while extremely functional, is, in fact, it does some crazy stuff that you don't see in other MCMs. I think it's a bit confusing for people who are not really familiar with the interface. I think that it's really it's only intuitive to people who are experienced modders who have used it before, who already know what they're doing, right? So what I was thinking might be cool is basically taking a page out of ye olde Elder Scrolls games and kind of dialing in a much more kind of a curated, intentional starting circumstance, right? Kind of how, like, in every Elder Scrolls game, you always start out as, like, a prisoner, right? You're a prisoner, and then you kind of make your way out into the world. I actually thought about that, and I'm still keeping that as an option, because we can do that in Skyrim Unbound. But I thought I had some other ideas that I found a bit more interesting. So the plan was basically to, as part of my MCM automation process, I wanted to automate the Skyrim Unbound MCM so that if you just start the game by default, like with the default settings, it will plant you in the circumstance that I have built, right? So I hear you, Plot, but so it is technically scope creep, because to do what I'm kind of thinking about doing, it would kind of require me to add in like one, maybe two more mods, and one of them, unfortunately, has not more features, but there's more to it than you would hope for something that is, for this like final stage. However, here's my argument as to why adjusting these settings does not qualify as scope creep. Choosing a very specific starting circumstance in Skyrim Unbound is functionally equivalent to automating its MCM. That's how you would do it, right? That's how I'm going to do it, either way, whatever kind of starting circumstance we choose, assuming that I go with this system at all. So I thought this would provide a really cool balance where essentially what you'll have is let's just say you start the game and, the MCMs are automated, whatever. You can just mash the quick start button. Hopefully not, because you got to wait for some of the scripts to initialize, so we'll probably put in a failsafe there. But let's just say that you decide to start the game with the default settings. The goal is to make that almost like the default, like, intended vanilla Ultimate Skyrim experience, right? And make that really cool. And also, if you want to, you can, like, I'm probably going to put a message box or like a note that says, press whatever to start the game with the default settings. Or if you want, you can open up the MCM and have greater specific control over your character's starting circumstance. So I love the idea of people being able to choose their own start. I think that's always it's a very fun element of alternate start mods. And I want them to know they have that option. However, I think that that's a bit overwhelming for new players. I think that there's a lot in Ultimate Skyrim that is overwhelming for new players because there's so many mechanics that are changed. It really is fundamentally a different game than vanilla Skyrim, which is what a lot of people are coming from. Or they're coming from a modded Skyrim that is based around vanilla Skyrim. So we've always had a a difficulty with tutorialization and with accessibility, even though we've taken great strides to make the install process more straightforward than it's ever been before, thanks to tools like Wabbajack and thanks to the launcher that the team is putting together. Being in-game has always been still like this kind of esoteric process. You got to customize all these settings, then you got to select your character's starting circumstance, and if you're a new player, you see all these settings at Skyrim Unbound, it's kind of confusing. You don't really know. It's like, should I be Dragonborn? When should I make dragons spawn? Like, should I start with spells? Does that, like, upset the balance? So I like the idea of having a more straightforward, just start the game option that makes it simpler for people who are not as familiar to kind of jump into the game. It's going to be... Oh, there is 300% going to find. Well, so one of the I was going to say 300% going to be issues, but one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of jam this in, like right at the finish line, so to speak, is that I think this approach will really help that accessibility and the balance and so on and so forth. And I want it in there, not like it needs to be in there. We can always add it in after, but I want it in there to both demonstrate conceptually kind of what we're going for, and also to let people mess with it. You know what I mean? And find issues with our implementation. Like, it would be nice to have this early, because then we can collect, playtesting data, right? Yeah, okay, so CP, what you're saying here, let me answer you. Also, hello, Great Paninsky. Liz, what you're talking about with kind of hitting enter and going straight to the character create, that's like what I'm counting on. We'll just need to implement some sort of like stop that prevents people from doing it before, the scripts have finished firing, because obviously we run into troubles there. So CP, without further ado, let me give you guys the idea that I had, and CP, this is kind of like what you're saying here. So what I thought would be a very cool... So yeah, Pumpkin Cake, now what you're describing there is also part of this implementation, thanks to the whole character classes mod that we tested out. I can't remember if you were there for that stream, but the character classes mod essentially allows you to, like in old Elder Scrolls games, start out with more than just the baseline racial skill bonuses, right? If you pick a soldier or an adventurer or a mage, you are actually getting a bonus in skills and skill level to those things, right? And then you are kind of getting to pretend as though I like it a lot more, because then it's not just like you're a peasant who found a sword, to use your words, which I think is a great analogy. It's you're actually a person with a background and a history, and I think that even I was talking with my friend Roland about this the other day. I think that so many players would love to like role play and really kind of get into the skin of their character, get into the mind of their character. We'll say it sounds less morbid, but I don't think it comes naturally for a lot of people, or I think that people don't really know how to do that if they've never done it before, right? So what choosing your class kind of does is, at least in my mind, I think when you're asked to choose like a class that kind of implies like a background and like implies skills that your character has already grown a little bit, right? I think that gets people thinking about like, okay, so who is my character? Like, how did they get those skills? When I choose to be, a battle mage, when I'm selecting my character class at the very beginning of the game, when you choose battle mage or archer or warrior or soldier, choosing those things as background for your character already gets you thinking about what your character has been through in their lives to get to the point where you're starting. I think that's a really powerful role-playing tool, and it's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring something like this back. And on top of that, the starting circumstances. So that's the plan there. So we have the character, class creation. The next bit is with the Skyrim Unbound start. What I thought would be really cool is if you basically have a random chance to spawn at any of the entrances to Skyrim, so to speak. So Skyrim across the board is built, even if you use something like Skyrim Unbound, there is a bit of role-playing restriction, and the role-playing restriction, or if you use alternate start, any alternate start mod is going to encounter the same restriction, and that restriction is that the entire game is written as though you are a new arrival to Skyrim, right? This is because the baseline game start is through Helgen. Every player starts that way. Oh my god, Gax Spackle, thank you so much for the gifted subs. My gosh. Everyone, a round of applause. A big thank you to Gax Spackle for those gifted subs. Much appreciated. Also, Black Warrior, thank you for the follow. Hexplicit, thank you for the resub. 3 months, thank you so much. Y'all are killing it. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks for joining us. Anyway, so all of the alternate, yes, we're popping off right now. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I was looking at my Twitch analytics the other day, and I was like, wow, I've actually got some subs now. Like, this is pretty cool. So all the alternate start mods suffer from that same restriction, because that's, when you speak to characters in the game, they will reference you being new to Skyrim or to the town or to the city or whatever, there unfortunately isn't a really good way to pretend as though, you know, my character was raised in Riverwood, right? Like, you can do that yourself, but you're going to encounter characters who are like, nice to see a new face around here. So obviously they wouldn't say that if you were raised in Riverwood, unless they have, you know, they don't remember you for some reason. So that's the kind of basic premise that I've been working with, is that no matter what you choose as your background or your starting circumstance, you are a new arrival to Skyrim. So with that in mind, I thought a very cool way to start the game would be to place the character randomly in... What's a good way of putting this? To place your character in a spot where it's very clear that you have just arrived in Skyrim from somewhere else. And the spawn points that then become kind of a consideration are the border gates, which there are 4 of, I want to say. Or, in theory, you could have someone arrive on the docks of some of the ocean-facing towns. So that would be Solitude, Dawnstar, and Windhelm. So if we did all the docks ones, they're pretty cool. I like those starts. But what we're going to be testing today. Hello, Moonlam. How you doing? What we're going to be testing today is I really wanted to fluff up the border starts, right? Because the borders I think are super, super cool. Conceptually, not by default vanilla. And there's a few really interesting mods that I think will make the border kind of like a bit more interesting. You know what I mean? So starting on those border locations, you will kind of just be presented with this very obvious scenario where it is very obvious that you are a brand new character or a brand new person, a brand new transplant to Skyrim, about to begin your Skyrim adventure. Choosing your class on top of that gets you thinking about who your character was before this and what skills they have and why they came to Skyrim at all. It's going to be it's going to be Skyrim Unbound with limit starts. Depends on what you mean by limit starts exactly, Bambi, but basically. So Gaming Terry, I was thinking about inns, but I think inns, I wanted to stay away from inns because... Or, like, I also thought about, you know, like, starting people out kind of, like, facing one of the major cities. Because, in theory, like, you could really start your character's story, like, wherever. It's kind of like in media res, right? Where, like, my character could be a brand new transplant to Skyrim. And it's just that the story has picked up right as your character is entering Whiterun or something like that, right? If it were a movie or so. So, really, you could do anything. But I wanted to limit the starting circumstances to situations where it was very obvious that you are witnessing your character's, like, literal first step inside of Skyrim, right? So that kind of excludes starting in inns, it excludes starting, you know, in jail, or it excludes starting in, you know, just a generic, like, town spot. However, the other important bit to this approach is that you will, again, have the option, if you desire, to go into Skyrim Unbound, the MCM, same as you always did, and select whatever it is you want. So I'm hoping this is the best of both worlds for characters or for players rather, who are just kind of want to get the intended experience, jump in exactly as we've set. I mean, what is the mod pack if not just a very carefully curated place like game world for you to explore? That is going to be kind of like the deal. So that part is scope creep. I will admit that plot. However, it's going to be as far as like the starting circumstance, that part not so much, because that's just customizing the MCM. The scope creep comes in with how much work do I put in to make the border gates like a bit cooler. At the end of the day, I could probably do away with that entirely. So that's what we're kind of here to test today. We're going to see how difficult it is. That is exactly the case, Derpius. Also, I saw someone ask about the Shipwreck Rust. So, unfortunately, the Shipwreck Start was a alternate start, Live Another Life. It's brilliant. It's dramatic. It would also fit, frankly, the same kind of criteria that we have here, right? Of like, what's it called? Like, it's very clear this is kind of the first step you've taken, like in Skyrim. But we don't have anything set up like that, and that'd be like a hard mode start for sure. If you want to take from older Elder Scrolls games, yeah. So Handlock, we don't have the questions. There are a couple mods that do this. right, that have you answer questions, but unfortunately, they have like a little bit of difficulty. Let's see. Character creation start. Here, let me do this just in case. Character creation, or class? Character class start mod. Skyrim SE. I'm sure you could, Derpius. Hey, Nico, what's up? That's my boy Nico. Yes, it's textbook scope creep, but you know what? I don't think it's that bad, and frankly, you know, as an artist, sometimes we just gotta let our souls have a little bit, right? It's like one for you, one for me. Demon Corp scope creep, and Plot is absolutely right. This is 300% scope creep. It's real, and it's insidious, and you really have to be careful. Scope creep is a developer term for, let's say, so right now we have the goal of putting out the early access, like, initial build of Ultimate Skyrim, right? It's very easy, if you're not careful, to, you know, think about, like, oh, it'd be so cool if what if we added this, and what if we added that, and what if we added this? And that's scope creep. So you have the scope of the release just kind of keeps getting larger, and now you're stuck in this perpetual loop where you're not actually releasing, because it's like, oh, well, now I gotta add this, and you really have to be careful of that, because it can prevent, or yeah, the launcher development is kind of a good example, although the launcher at the very, yes, exactly that, Demon Corp. The launcher at the very least is kind of okay in my mind, Ring, because we can launch it with the initial build, but we don't have to, and I feel like it's not, because it's brand new, it's like not necessarily expected, which, I mean, I guess you could make that same argument for other features, right? But I think that I also believe, and maybe you should, if you guys are developing your own thing, maybe you should not take a page out of this particular book. I would not ever go so far as to say that this is best practice by any means. But I do know, I've read some other developers who talk about how sometimes you get a little, you can have a little bit of scope creep. Because I think from the creative standpoint, that's where stuff is fun, right? Like, it's adding new features is far more fun than polishing existing ones, and if it's just a little teensy feature, a little teensy tiny feature, then maybe I can let myself get away with it. It's kind of like nourishing to the soul, so to speak. But you do have to be careful. Okay. There's also the problem of your specific race. The game behaves like you're completely ignorant about the race's culture. Yeah, so that, Akis, that unfortunately is, that's another thing you wouldn't really be able to get around. The idea that a lot of the dialogue in the game kind of refers to you as though you don't know anything about your own race's culture. I think that Bethesda designed the game that way because they were assuming that a lot of their players have no fucking clue what anything from the Elder Scrolls is. They don't genuinely know, like, what is a High Elf? What the hell is Somerset Isles? Like, what is the background history of Argonians? Like, a lot of players actually did not know this. So I understand why they did it, but it can be a bit annoying when you don't have... I think how you get around that is dialogue options, like mods that add different dialogue that kind of allows you to be like, instead of having two options where it's like, I don't know what the Thalmor are, or like, yeah, I've heard of them. Like, there's another dialogue option that says, yes, I'm very well familiar with the Thalmor, or something like that. That helps. Handlock. This is well, if you, I won't tell you. No one say anything. If you want to try and guess, listen to that part. That's a motif that is actually, this is from a game that is a sequel in a long-standing series, and that little bit you just heard was a musical motif reference. It's an homage, if you will, to one of the older games. Okay. Vampires can skip Fort Dawnguard. Wow. And someone posted another mod up here. Let me make sure I get it. His name Potion? Ultimate Potion animation? Did I remember that correctly? Let me see. Good guess, but not quite it. It's not Pokemon. Not Pokemon, not Final Fantasy. That is true, Plot. Not Kingdom Hearts. It is a Japanese game series. Boom, you got it, Bambi. Legend of Zelda. This is Wind Waker specifically. And also... Oh, gosh. What is happening here? See, this is why... This is my personal browsing history. I gotta... Here, let me close that just in case. Oh, no. That's where the music was coming from. It has been Zelda, actually, for the past 3 streams. You're right. Okay, let's do this. It's not like my history, but just, you know, things. Like, I was searching for, like, a quote. You guys ever heard that, like, Nazi quote the other day? Or the one where it's like, you know what we used to call Nazis who didn't like the race baiting but supported Hitler's like economics? We called them Nazis. I was trying to find that specific quote. But we don't have to talk about that. Here, I want that. Wind Waker, Outset Island. This is what I was going to say, is that Outset Island is the soundtrack we were just listening to. That's the place where you start, right? Oh my god, that's louder. Is it not? Is it louder, or is it? It does seem a bit louder, does it not? My god. There we go. Better. Now I gotta turn it down for myself. Also, it's so hot in my room right now. I'm like sweating. Can you guys see this? Yes, please recommend all the mods. Let me open up tabs for all the mods that we're gonna look at. So we got Ultimate Potion Animation. I'm assuming this is it. Oh, ZX Slice. I love ZX Slice's stuff. We had the... Where was it? This is Skyrim El Sopa Unique Handmade Signs, and we got Path to Volkihar. No. Put it in the incognito tab. It won't let me do it. What do I have to like manually? What? What the H? Google Chrome. It just like minimized all my windows. What the heck? Oh, from Power of 3. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to search them manually. Here's what I'm gonna do. Or I'll copy the links. How about this? Copy. Nah. Unique Handmade Signs. There we go. And then this one, Path to Volkihar. Boom. And then we got Dirt and Blood. Oh, Dirt and Blood, it's not in the initial build. There, you want to talk about scope creep. It's not in the initial build, but Dirt and Blood we do have on the docket. Let me also make sure I have the latest version. Ooh, and there's an HD retexture. You see that? 2 from Power of 3. Regional save names I actually just saw yesterday. I don't think I downloaded it though, so I should. I think we used to use that. And then what else do we got? Yes, Roddy. We do use Jira. At the best of times we do. Sometimes I just go kind of off the rails. I'm really, as far as like, it's not fun to support many features that are working but are not polished because of the death of 1,000 cuts. Yeah, I mean, Plot, that's my entire existence, which is kind of what I was going to say anyway. Handlock, the motif that you're hearing. I started to say this. You guys know how I am. I'm like a golden retriever. I get sidetracked by a million different things. But the motif is from Kokiri Forest. If you never noticed, this song has like a, you know, they are both the starting islands, or the starting town, so to speak. Outset Island is your starting town in Wind Waker. Kokiri Forest is your starting town in Ocarina of Time. So I think that they... Wait, listen. Is this the part? That is not true, Liz. I look at all your... Wait, right here. You hear Kokiri Forest in that? That's what it is. I do see the tickets. It's just that I don't work on LE anymore, and that's where all the tickets have been. But on SE, I will be fixing them. And check this out really fast. Just indulge me for a quick second. we'll do, if you never noticed, we got any Wind Waker fans in the chat? If you go to, Windfall Island does the same thing, except its musical motif is Kakariko Village. So there's going to be a similar little section, right, that you will be able to recognize as Kakariko Village from Ocarina of Time. Let me see in the meantime. What is the Derpius? What was the second mod that you linked? For some reason, I'm not getting it. Oh, right click and open in incognito. It doesn't. I'm here. That's Kakariko Village. You hear it? Kakariko Village, baby. And I think, like, in the lore, these might... It's possible that these areas are actually supposed to be the, are supposed to be those towns. I can't really remember. Let me see. It was To Your Face. Okay, I'm gonna get To Your Face Redux. I do use To Your Face. I might use the Redux, but this looks like a brand new, so maybe not. Cool. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna download all these, to be honest. So we got Dirt and Blood. What else we got? Crouch Sliding. Crouch Sliding I also know about. I'm pretty sure it's in the download pile, but we'll make sure. Excuse me. Isn't like Submerged Mountaintops. Yes, that is exactly correct, Twiz. Which, in that case, it's like, it doesn't really make sense to me that... I mean, I guess you could be like, if there was a mountain... There's obviously a mountain near Kakariko, but, like, it's Death Mountain. I don't think that's what Windfall Island is, so maybe I'm wrong. Crouch Slide. So I definitely... Oh, it doesn't say... I gotta log in. No one look at my password. Don't do it. Here's my email address. Don't email me funny things. There we go. I think that's it. No, there we go. I should probably just move it away. InfoSec, everybody. Don't do it. Yeah, so I downloaded something from this a little while back. So that one's definitely in the download pile. So that one we can safely get rid of. And have I missed anything else? Oh, Spellforge. I did see that, Rust. I thought it would be like a cool alternative to spell research. When you say it has its flaws, what exactly was that? Wow, incredible, Derpius. Okay, well, so I got all these. Let's take a look real fast. This is the character creation that we're using. This is, of course, is the classic that everyone likes. And there is, I think it's Disparity, maybe, that allows you to answer questions. Let's see. Character creation, Skyrim SE. Here's a Reddit mod. Disparity. Or Reddit post. Is it CCO, maybe, that allows you to answer questions? Imperious, huh? That's nice. Which one? Yeah, maybe it is CCO. This is Cryptoper. And I think this one only has an MCM. And this one does have a lot of stuff that we're not actually looking to do. So, let me see. Character creation overhaul SE. This one also does a lot of shit, but one of them allows you to answer questions. Question? No. Maybe I'm thinking, I know there's a, on class. This might do it. That is true, Pumpkin Cake, about the refugees on the top of the mountains. This is not simple classes. Oh. My set, here's the, because this is the one we were going to use. Set of tweaks, eh? Streamline the UX. Ooh, that I like. Oh, cool. All right, well, this is definitely worth downloading. This is probably the one I'm going to use. So, unfortunately, it does not have questions. Set avians and mod. This is the original mod. Set av versus mod av. This is how the original mod worked. Sets the skills you pick to plus 20 rather than a permanent. You will always. I think this is. Okay, well, that. So. Racial bonuses. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. I don't like this. Okay, that's what we want. Hey, CT, how you doing? Happy Not Monday, as Finn said. Thank you for the follow. What was it? That Astute Englishman. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna get this version. That's what we want. Still modding New Vegas, eh? I mean, unless you mod apps, the skills are buffed without actually being higher, so I can't get the good perks right off the bat. See, I'm actually going for the opposite approach, at least initially, Great Padinsky. I would prefer if your skills are just like, if you can get the good perks like right off the bat. That's kind of like that's, I think, what really, because, especially because Requiem is so perk driven, and because the skill level does not matter as much, generally speaking, I think that having access to the good perks is kind of what aligns the roleplay with the gameplay, so to speak. File time. No, yes, file time. There we go. Did it work? Hello? Did it work? I don't think it did. Download. Failed. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Is that happening because I'm in... It could be because I'm on a... Hold on a second. Here, let's test this. It might be because I'm on a incognito window, or it could be because Mod Organizer has just updated. But I'd be surprised if... What the hell, dude? Sometimes Mod Organizer does not like it when I am in... I'm trying to look at other windows. Here's I'm going to go. New window. I'm going to go... What is it that I'm trying to download? I'm trying to download... Classic burst signs and classes. Tweaks? What was it called? Reimagined. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Music just makes me happy. I don't know about you guys. It puts me in a good mood. Music has such a crazy power to do that. Yeah, okay. Wait. No, that still didn't work. All right, we're going to try closing Mod Organizer so it's not the incognito window. Oh, man. Take a look at this for RP purposes. Renounce the Daedra. Get out of Daedra quests. Whoa. Is that like a generalized like way to have different endings to the Daedra quests? That could be interesting. Music has the power to make me work harder. Oh yeah, I mean that's the basic concept behind like listening to music at the gym, right? Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Let's use the incognito window actually. No, not Discord. I just clicked. No. I just don't want to display anyone's sensitive information is all. That's so wrong. Oh. Download started. Oh. I think it's working. Hey, see? No sweat. Who knows what's going on there, but we'll figure it out. Okay. So, wow, that's cool. We found this. It's random. Renounce the Daedra. Okay, well, if plot's still in the chat, so here's what I think we should do, y'all. I think that before the initial build, we should, to all the mods that we're looking at here, we'll just make sure that every single one of them makes it into the final, or the early access build, right? I'm kidding. It's not true. I'm not going to do that. In all likelihood, I'm probably not going to go ham on like adding these other ones either before, because at the very least, I can just customize Skyrim Unbound's start. Renounce the Daedra. Epic Restoration Light. Oh man, the Doom soundtrack is... I want to play Doom and Doom Eternal so badly. I just need to make the time to do it. I actually, I really love shooters. I don't know if I've ever, like, talked about that, but shooters are some of my favorite games. And so, I think that would be really fun. Do it on stream? I totally would. You know what I've kind of wanted to play on stream? I mean, now I have more stream slots, so I could do it. I really want to play it. Now that Apex Legends Season 9 has come out, and everyone's, like, all hyped on Titanfall 2 again, I want to jump up and play some Titanfall 2, which is probably top 3 shooters of all time for me, if not like 1. And we're talking like multiplayer shooters here, right? So good. Let me see the description here. Adding tons of religious spells, a morality system, and a few... Oh, okay, it's saying this is... I was about to be like, man, that's not quite what we want. But this is... It's basically just this one feature. Cool, cool, cool. 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 Oh, wow, okay. I was gonna say, that was the first thing I thought of. Does it do anything? Does it give you any sort of, like, rewards? This is pretty cool. I mean, really what I want it most for is that it allows you to not be shoehorned in. This is actually brilliant. This is a kind of a more streamlined implementation of the sort of like alternate quest endings that we add with like the House of Horrors like alternate ending. I like this very much. Is that so, CT? I wonder why that is. Is it field of view, maybe? There's more to say, other dialogue adding mods. Very likely Kylus, but not like right out the gate. Good thing that it come out of the scope creep. I have taught myself to patch mods. There you go. See, we all win, plot. I promise I'm not going to go nuts. I also like looking at this stuff on stream because I think it makes for good stream content. It's kind of fun to get recommendations from you guys and kind of check them out together. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, let me also make sure that this... Okay, we're good. We'll just go through and make sure we got everything. I think I've downloaded this mod too. Ultimate Potion Animation. Is it... No, I'm logged in? Oh, I guess not. Cool. ZX Lysis. I mean, it's so crazy all the different stuff that's happening with animations. And I love the use of Papyrus. Y'all know me. Papyrus is my favorite. Okay, let's grab that. That could be. I mean, it's such a fast game. I'm talking to you, CT, like, it's pretty... I mean, I don't know. I think I'm actually pretty sensitive to, like, motion sickness in games as well. It's why, like, I removed so many of the kind of, like, camera shake effects here on Ultimate Skyrim. I would need, but sometimes I feel like if you remove too much of it, then it actually makes it like more nausea inducing, because it's kind of like you're skating along the ground. It's a weird balance to strike. Okay, so we got this one, I think, right? Nope. I always wonder why some of these are like an auto download and other ones you have to manually hit download. Maybe it's because it has requirements. Maybe if a mod has requirements, then it does this to make sure that you have them. That would make sense to me. That would be smart. That would be smart of the Nexus to do. Got it. El Sopa. HD Signs Overhaul. Look at these things. This one looks like it's made out of cloth. Is that intended? Oh, I think it is. Interesting approach. It's as if they took like a burlap thing and then that was like easier to like paint or something. That's pretty cool. Not all of them though. This is very clearly wood. How cool. They're beautiful. I love them. I love like this where it's like very clearly not just like a font. You know what I mean? It's like someone took the time to like paint this. This is beautiful. Oh, let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. More to say. Let me make sure I have more to say. I'm pretty sure I do. I think I downloaded this. I did. It's been updated since, so I might as well. But let me double check. Sometimes if there's an update, I won't bother to download it because the fact that it's in my pile. Yeah, okay, it's in there. So got more to say. I think I had 2 versions in there. You guys see that? We got first person. That one I'm well aware of Rust. In general, like one of the future versions, I'm going to have like a pretty... I'm going to kind of dig into animations and, you know, messing around with them because we don't really have any animation mods in the first build. The Campfire Backpacks. I'm also pretty sure I have this one. But let me double check. Kuyi's Campfire Backpacks. At some point, I'm really going to need like a... maybe like a community source solution for implementations of these. Maybe not. This looks like it was either just uploaded. Yeah, what the heck? Oh, wow. Look at that. Do I have something else by Kujima? Huh. What do I have? Oh, yeah, interesting NPCs. Better Windhelm ground meshes, eh? That might be worth it. Let's look at that too. Why not? Oh. Ashen one. Wow. Okay, there's Campfire Backpacks. I think I'm patching Civil War Overhaul, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sorry about that plot. I will get it out to you soon, and then everyone can patch so many different things. Spirit of Scope Creep, better spell learning. See, now you're getting into it. Now we're cooking with fire. You mechanic together with spell research and recommend spell work prices. I actually I have a ticket for that. Like actually, that's one of the more elaborate like tickets that I have built out for a special edition on our Jura environment is like an implementation of better spell learning. I was fed up with the Windhelm ground meshes, so I made this. Is that so? Look at that. Well, this we're going to download, of course. Better Windhelm. Let this over it. Did someone make a Windhelm texture set that I did not know? Oh. So I think we've talked about this before, have we? Windhelm's really hard to work with from a like retexturing and remeshing standpoint. In case any of you are not aware, it is really like I wouldn't even be surprised if it was like the first city that Bethesda put together for the game. That's just kind of a pet theory, but it is it's difficult. There's a lot of the meshes are kind of weird. A lot of the textures are mapped to them kind of weirdly, and I think this is why you kind of see far less retexturing of Windhelm in general in the modding community. What do we got here? This looks pretty cool, to be honest. Let's look at some pictures. I like it. That looks really nice. I'm gonna burp. Please excuse me. Ugh. Gross. There's Miss Lady. Looks pretty cool. Oh, I see that they've got either JK's or Dawn of Skyrim, one of the two in there. Todd's perfect vision of a city in Skyrim. And check out the Spell Research Experience book. I don't think I have it downloaded, but I remember y'all talking about it. This looks pretty nice too. Oh, they've got the bridge overhaul as well. Okay, okay. There's like a film grain. I can't tell if it's the ENB or if it's the textures themselves. That's an interesting approach. That's Glorious Doors of Skyrim. Wow, look at that Jade Talos statue. That sure is something. Yeah, this is all JK's, I believe. Too perfect. Yes. Windhelm, I mean, there's all the cut content mods that add the arena back in, right? Pretty promising, I would say. Okay, this definitely looks like it's worth a download at least. So we're going to do this. We're going to download you, and then we're going to look at better Windhelm ground meshes. What's the difference between these? I'm going to download this. Also, it's just occurring to me, I forgot to eat lunch. Jade Talos. Okay. Let me... Oh, yeah, motion blur is a nightmare for motion sickness. Yes, spell research can be very esoteric. Enhanced graphics for spell research experience book. Okay, I'm going to click that. Don't... Okay. Here, we can do this. Wow, copy and paste. The future. Yeah, I agree with Demon Corp actually on this one. I kind of like Windhelm. I like the snowy Windhelm. Where's my water bottle? Y'all, how am I supposed to stay hydrated? Hold on a second. I don't know where my water bottle is. Let me find it. I'll be right back. So I'm so thirsty. I'm also gonna let me eat like a spoonful of peanut butter. How about that? That's good quick energy, right? BRB. Hey, what's up, everybody? There's no peanut butter mix, so I ate some carrots. I don't know how much energy that has comparatively because it's not fat, but it's fine, I'm sure. Look at this. Holy fuck. This thing is nuts. Are you kidding me? Carrots are great. Alright, I did download this. But I can see how this is a preferable retexture. Very cool. I just got that. See? Oh, good point, pumpkin cake. Make spell research more accessible. I think so. Having this kind of stuff visualized is super cool. Alright, so I think that's it. What would I do without y'all? I mean, that's how I find a lot of my suggestions. Or the ones I include. Okay, so let's make sure we get everything from here. I want to look at more of these. They're so cool. That little personal, and I know that El Sopa also does beautiful work on like the UI and stuff like that too. Wow, look, it's like braided. That's very, very clever. The Riften Fishery, I'm assuming. Solitudes Fletcher. It's so beautiful. I love it. Okay, well, this is an instant download. Scope Creep Gang. Dylan, do you work out? If I'm being fully honest, I have not really been working out that much lately. I haven't had a consistent workout routine, which I used to have kind of pre-COVID. During COVID, I tried like a lot of different things to kind of like maintain a workout, right? And nothing really stuck until I started playing this VR game called Blast on VR, which is just really, really cool. I want to show the trailer for it like on stream, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get demonetized. But you know, it might be worth it. Maybe if I don't do like the sound, or maybe if we have the Wind Waker sound like playing over. What do y'all think? Anyway, long story short, is really, really fun VR game that is like a 1v1 competitive. I'm your Greg. Thank you for the resub. 7 months. Wow. Thank you so much. Long story short, it was really loud for our downstairs neighbors because it's just me like stomping around like all the time. So I kind of put the kibosh on that. And now it seems like gyms are opening up where I live again. Like my gym is opening up, I think, at like 50% capacity. So I might go back. It's just kind of, I just haven't done it yet. But I certainly miss it. I miss lifting. I even miss running on the treadmill. I never thought I'd say that. But it's totally possible to like work out in your house. And I think if I were more dedicated, I would probably do it. But something about just going to a place that is kind of dedicated to a workout, like psychologically, it has an effect for me, for sure. I definitely prefer doing that. That is true, pumpkin cake. Well, how about this? Y'all want to see, because I really evangelize this game. Let's do this. Hopefully I don't get copyright struck. But I really do want to show off trailer. It might have been this one. Can't really remember. The trailer's kind of goofy, but I think it does a good enough job of illustrating the... Oh, and this is incognito, so I don't think that there were ads. So, if you forgive the theatrics, the whole concept of this game is that it's like a 1v1 like shooter. It's almost like Dodgeball. If you've ever seen the movie Dodgeball, the like sudden death ending part, this is what it looks like. Just like fire these guns. There's like grenades. There's all these different weapons that do crazy things. You know, funnily enough, if you do a little 360-degree spin like that, it doesn't really help your game that much, but it feels cool. So yeah, you're basically just shooting back and forth at each other. There's like defensive tools. Some of my favorite things are like grenades, where you kind of like, you like toss it and then try to time the explosion, and like wherever it explodes, it kind of just like aims towards enemies. There's like beam lasers that you can use as kind of like an area denial attack, right? It's super, super fun. It might be the most fun VR game I've ever played, and I have played a lot of VR games. That is exactly correct. As with any VR game, you look like a chud when you're doing it to anyone else who's watching you, but when you're in the game, you feel like you're the coolest person alive. So you can reconcile that if you like. If not, you don't have to. But it's pretty rad. I would highly recommend this to anyone who's got VR, and it's intense too. Like there's a whole like ladder matchmaking system and like ranking system. And the like as I've kind of climbed the ranks, I've faced off against some people who are like really intensely good at this game, and like you will be sweating. It is a very intense game, and I like that like because you have to dodge. It's so physical. It's you know how like sometimes you'll do a workout that is like a class or something like that, and then the next day you'll be sore in all these kind of places that you never even really you realized you had muscles. It's like that a lot. I think it's probably good for flexibility because you really it's like it doesn't really give you time to think. You just kind of just need to like get out of the way of whatever's coming in, so you just kind of do it. It's really fun. I like it a lot, and it doesn't really seem like it's taken off all that much. So definitely try it out. Definitely spread the word. The choice is yours is definitely in there. Try calisthenics, huh? What's the front lever? I think a carpet would have solved your problem. Maybe. It's not so much the I think it's the power with which I'm like stepping down, right? Because in some cases I'm like jumping. I get pretty into it, so maybe it's just super loud, but I'll try it again. So Immersive Armors is not in the list as of now, but I like that there's a replacer here. Let me see. Let me make sure we get all the ones that we've been looking at here. 1K, highly recommended. Yes, please. El Sopa. We get it? Here, I'm going to put Mod Organizer in a second window. I think it's an exercise, right? Like, I've heard of it. Okay. Think about it. Path to Volkihar. I will accept your gift and become a Volkihar vampire. Become a vampire early in the game. Why'd you ever join it? Oh. Okay. That's awesome. It never actually occurred to me that that's what you would have to do. You would have to, even as a vampire, you would need to. We know you are one of us, a vampire. We have observed your recent activities in Skyrim, and we are impressed with your prowess. Undoubtedly heard that a group of vampire hunters, the Dawnguard, are reforming in an old fort near Riften. They know that we are seeking an item of great power, no scroll in Dimala Crypt, far from the recent. Wow, okay. Cool. Okay. We'll download this one as well. Particle lights for E and B. Undead creatures. A. Some replaced with undead creatures. Skull keys from Dragon Priest Otar's dungeon. Try the desaturated ones from the side. Oh, okay. Oops. Well, I didn't see that was an option. Can I, you can't reopen closed tabs in Incognito El Sopa. There we go. Excuse me. Desaturated. Cool. Looks like we're restricted then to the 2K unless we optimize it ourselves, but things are a bit saturated right now with our E and B already, so this is good. Okay, so we got, man, this is just going to be a suggestion stream, is it not? Okay, we got that one, and then we got, let me actually delete the other one because I'll remember. Move to recycle bin. We downloaded this, right? Yes. They do normal. What is it? Okay, I gotta look up what a front lever is. Front lever. Oh man. Well, this one I'm definitely gonna get demonetized if I look at one of these. Let's see a diagram. Holy shit. This is nuts. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I can definitely do this. I'm so fit. Oh my god. I knew a guy when I was in high school who could do it's basically this, but it's like a side lever, I guess, where we had, I don't know what the hell they were for, but when I was in high school, we had like a series of 3 metal poles that were just like sticking out. Maybe they were for something like this, I don't know. Like out in like the fields. Yeah, human flag. And this dude, I remember I was like a freshman. I would have had to have been a freshman because this is the only time I did gym instead of a sport. But he just like ran, jumped up, and then just was like this, right? Like, I mean, I'm not doing it. I'm sitting down. But imagine me like this, but like completely horizontal. And it was just absolutely nuts to me. Okay, Dirt and Blood. Cool. Just just a quick download there. Yeah, okay, so here's another instance, mod requirements. I think it does this when there's other requirements. Okay. Dragon Claws auto unlock. Oh, no, but you got to be able to, you got to put in the combination, right? What a insane puzzle it is to figure out. What's the estimated release time? Good question, Chef Poggies. Basically, I'm not going to give you one, not yet, because I don't want to get people's hopes up and not be able to deliver. But soon, trademark. Here's our roadmap. You can kind of see like where we are, assuming that we don't add any, scope creepy type things. We just got to be careful with it. Let me see. Dirt and Blood. It's happening. What do we have here? Wounds. Oh, wounds we know all about. The chart says we're mating MCMs now. What does it say? Oh, yes. And we're doing it automatically. Of course. Because that way, I mean, it's way more streamlined, It's like the MCMs mate with each other. You get another little baby MCM that covers the features of both of the ones that, both of the parents. And then there's less to handle. No sweat. Yes, I would prefer not to get virtually punched in the nose by Liz. That would be good. Used to be able to do human flag, not full extension. I was using the lower arms. Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at, CP. I used to be, I was just saying this like to Liz the other day, where like, so Liz is obviously very sweet. She thinks that I'm, I'm like, oh, I'm so flabby. And she's like, you are not. But it's like, that feeling when you know how strong you used to be and like how strong you can be. And you just know that you're like very far away from that. That's how I feel. It's just like a big old bummer. But, you can turn it around. HD retexture A. These ones I'm not logged in. I am, but it doesn't know. Okay, I downloaded this already. Regional save names. I think I downloaded this. Nope, that's regular Skyrim. No, it's not. That's special edition. Okay. Regional save names. SSE VR. See, this is another cool reason to get the release out earlier, is that so many people ask me about dear, this isn't even my final form. So many people ask me about VR support, right? And I think that would be the coolest thing in the world. I would love to play Skyrim in VR, Ultimate Skyrim in VR. I just don't have any concept really of what that requires, right? Like I know clearly there are stipulations to VR, because there's mods that provide, a standard SSE version and then also a VR version. I just don't know anything about it. I don't know like why that has to be the case, or like what sort of considerations we'd have to make. But I'm hoping that like once we have an initial release out, that people can kind of play with themselves, like Plot was saying. People who are familiar with what that takes might elucidate some of it, or maybe take it upon themselves. I'm choking on my water. I've not downloaded this. What is the difference between this one and like the other ones? Yeah. Cool. Who's this by? Oh, it's Power of 3. That's right. Well, nice. Cool. Did I just download this? Am I crazy? No, this is just another Power of 3 mod, so it's the same. Biggest issue is Skyrim VR uses a really strange version of the engine. Huh. Gotcha. I've heard people say as much. I've heard people say that VR is kind of like a weird cross between the two, and that it also is like not very well supported by Bethesda or something, right? Yeah, it's really weird to imagine what, because it's like when you're, early game, even when you're like a early to mid game character, you can get one-shotted by like standard enemies in Requiem. So it's weird to imagine what that might be like in VR, or just, I guess it depends on how the game plays. Like how 1-to-1 is my my fighting ability, right? Because everyone knows that I'm infamously a storied sword fighter. That's not true. I did I remember one time I went to a what the hell? A summer camp. Oh, it's the disparity one. A summer camp where we got to do like some sword fighting, and they taught us like some sword stuff. That was really fun. And then when I was like a child, I was like, yeah, I'm basically like a trained sword fighter. It's like, take one lesson. Don't want to imagine Dead Space in VR. That would be terrifying. Why do you prefer UNP to CBBE? I don't really, or I don't really have a preference either way. I'm sure maybe I would if I like took a look at them kind of more intricately, but I have not done that. So it's all the same to me. Boom. Yeah, okay. I think that's why it does this. I think it gives you a manual button press whenever there's some sort of dependency, which makes sense. I actually think that's a good way to do it. Okay, we got these. Better Windhelm. We got this one too. Yes, Sleek Wolf Armor. CBBBBBE. What is up with SKSE and I mean oh, I think I have splashes of Skyrim as well. What is this one? Giant campfires cast shadows. Is that covered by Tamriel Masterlights? This giant campfires cast shadows. Giant campfires cast shadows. Oh wow. Beautiful. The logs of the fire do not cast shadows because it looks stupid. Who made this? This modder I'm not super familiar with. Okay, cool. Lux part load this mod after you have ugly lighting, typically light interior giant campfires. I was gonna say there's interior giant campfires. Give that a sick EMB. Oh, of course, EMB light version. I mean, to brag, I got bopped a bunch of times with. Oh, so how do you pronounce that? Is it rattan sticks? Those things are so cool. Just like, I don't know. It looks like it would hurt to get hit by one, but that's part of the fun. Okay, we got the. Did we get it? Yes, we got it. Enhanced graphics. We got this one, right? Just double checking. Enhanced graphics for. Wait, did we get this one? Dirt and Blood. Better Windhelm. Potion animation. This one, I'm not sure. It might have skipped this one for some reason. No, it's there. Alright. I don't know why it's not showing up in my download list, but I guess it's there. looks nice. It's pretty cool. You know, why not? We'll give it a download. Just pile on. I mean, this is an HD retexture. That's no sweat. Those are easy. Standalone. Adds a light armor variant. Nah, we'll just replace it. Splashes. I think I have splashes of Skyrim. Or if I didn't, I saw it. Let me see. Yes, I did download this. Okay, so we got that. No, I do not have Immersive Armors. Not yet. Not as of now. Ethereum armor texture enhancements. Oh. Wolf follower, dynamic pet. There's so many. Oh boy, there's like a list of like 400 mods that I would like to add. That list is getting very large. Ethereum. What is it? Armor texture. Boom. Shall we? No, that is actually regular Skyrim. There's Skyrim, I think, special edition? Yeah. The power armor. Everyone's favorite power armor. That looks really nice, though. I like the cube map. Nice and shiny. Oh, and there's like a silver variant? Hey. Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I probably, if I'm being honest with you, I don't really have any plans to add Immersive Armors at this point. But I would consider that like a big maybe, because the other difficult thing with Immersive Armors, is, and like this is what we ran into on Legendary Edition, is like bringing them into the crafting system, right, is like a really big endeavor. So, you know, it's one of those like high effort, relatively low reward. No. We're just gonna go standard version, I would say. It's not a Wabbajack list unless it hits the 2K plugin limit. I don't think that we're near that now. I am starting to get a little bit worried about the plugin limit, just because I think I'm gonna have to start merging plugins, and it's not good. It's not fun to merge plugins. There might be better ways to do it nowadays, but it's just like an issue for like updating, and like it's kind of a problem. Just I use like the plugins in some ways as almost like documentation, right? So I use the plugins. I can see like where changes came from, and like for example, if there's changes in the Ultimate Skyrim plugin that do not come from any other plugin, I know like right off the bat that it's like a proprietary feature that I've added. I don't know. It's tricky, and you kind of lose that when you merge plugins. You're just like, this could be from fucking anything. I guess if I started merging plugins, if I kept like solid documentation on those plugins, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. My documentation's a lot better now than it used to be. Okay, we're good there, I think. Let me make sure. Eating animations and sounds. Oh gosh. We're getting into this side of Skyrim and sounds. That's Japanese. This is Japanese. Oh. I love the picture of this. Okay. Okay. Let me use Escape from Tarkov. Okay. I like it. It's worth a download at the very least. I might end up using the Nordwar UA armor replacer. I think they're really cool. I just have not kind of stepped into it yet. Yes. I've not stepped into it, yes. A script that lifts restrictions from a first-person perspective. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to grab both of those, because obviously we use... Yeah, okay. Dynamic animation replacer, y'all. What a revolution. I swear this is like weird. My mod organizer, that is. It's like the download pane is. Hey Charmbarian, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I got a lot of mods here. Isn't animated eating Redux better? That's kind of you to say, Derpius. I think, I don't know what. Ellie has a lot of merged plugins, which really became an issue by the end of it, which is why I tried so hard with Special Edition to not do that, especially because we have ESLs now, right, which are brilliant. I just think that we're still going to have to merge plugins at some point. Funny that Charmbarian is here because they've been working on an auto ESL-ifier. I guess that's how you might say it, which is pretty good. What is fudge for? That is fair, Charmbarian. You know, they say that if you talk about stuff that you intend to do, but that you haven't actually done yet, or at least this is what I've read, you fire the same reward centers in your brain as though you'd actually done whatever it is. So they say, like where I read it, it was specifically in regards to like writing a book. It's like you tell people like, oh, I'm writing a book. And they go, oh, that's so cool. And like the reward centers in your brain go, oh, wow, I'm getting like all the, you know, the accolades for writing the book. And then you never actually end up writing the book. So I think it's a good strategy to kind of not go too ham on the stuff that you've done until you've done it. The stuff that you're doing, rather. Okay, I think we're good. So that leaves the mods that I wanted to test. How many mods do we have now? Let's find out. Let's see. So active 520. It seems. Plugins, we have not so bad. ESMs plus ESPs is 209, and ESLs is 154. So we're, you know, about 44 away from the active limit. Yeah, I feel, you know, funnily enough, Charmbarian, I feel the same way, where I'm constantly worried about overhyping things and being terrified of putting it out into the world. See, that's the real reason for scope creep, because then I can just indefinitely be working on this, and I don't ever have to release it, right? Except I can't do that, because then I'll have to I'll have to find some income somewhere. This is a ticking time situation that we're in. Why don't we, for the sake of this, install. Thank you for the follow, Weebird. And Chef Poggies, I can't remember if I shouted you out, but if not, there you go. There it is. Reimagined. How about that? The Crows. Okay, I will. Yes, I will download the Crows. Y'all, I'm getting a call from Scam Likely. Should I answer it? Don't answer it. I get so many of those nowadays. I don't know what the deal is. What is the mod called? My boy Scam Likely. Blake Lively. I don't want to answer because I feel like they call you more if you answer. That's anecdotal. I have no proof of that, but it would be easy enough to do. Thank you, Charmbarian. It would be easy enough to do, and I picked the wrong one. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Scam Likely should be the next character name. I love that. Oh wait, I did download it. Ah. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're getting Unique Border Gates SE. The other one that I wanted to try was Yeah, that's like what I'm thinking, male FPS. Like, then they know that it's like you're a mark now, right? Like, you're gonna... Here's what I gotta do. I actually gotta open up my Telegram chat. Because I use the little saved messages. Okay, Skyrim border holds. This is it. Immersive hold borders. No. Copy. Here. So this is an edit for immersive hold border. So here, you want to know where the real scope creep is probably going to happen. It's going to be like this. This adds... So, like, really all I want is to make... I mean, the other features of this mod are super cool. But what I'm hoping to do here is to really kind of make the borders themselves a bit cooler, right? And this also adds a lot more than just that. I feel like there's another one. Original mod is here. This is a free write mod. Okay, so I think we only need this one. Yes. So we will see. I actually tested the mod that this was based on, like immersive hold borders. I think it's really cool. We can look at some of those too for fun while we're testing. But this is what we're here for. Eh? Oh, there's 5. Oh, that's cool. Compatibility. Here we go. Hold on. Hold border. Man those borders. Unique border gates. Guarded borders. Is this... Was it just these two? Hold on. Just a moment. Which one... Okay, so I want to try this one just for fun, just to throw it in there on top. Because now we're really cooking with fire. Hello, Mike Forlock. Thanks for stopping by. Y'all, sometimes I'm looking over here and now there's a million chat messages. Hello to Pat. See, I would have missed that. Can you insult people in America without having to worry about... You can... I think that if you told a telemarketer to fuck off, I don't think that there would be a whole lot of repercussion for that. For me, it's like, I just, like, you gotta know that's, like, the worst job in the world, right? Like, to cold call people from, like, scam numbers or whatever, like, that has to suck so hard. Like, I'm not gonna answer the call. I'm not gonna, like, give them the opportunity to waste my time. But, like, I try not to, make it any shittier than it absolutely has to be. They put a shadow mark on your phone number. If they were trying to sell me Falmer Blood Elixir, that I might actually be on board with. Had to answer some spam. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you're expecting a call from, like, an actually important call. Expecting an actually important call, and now you got to start answering. I guess you could be like, can you guys give me the specific number you're going to call from so I don't have to answer these spam calls? But, of course, like... Who wants to kind of cause that trouble for a prospective employer? Greatest Anvil mod. Ooh, I didn't know El Sopa did an Anvil retexture. Let me also, hold on, let me make sure I get all these before I get sidetracked again. Oh, man. Gotta love Telegram for giving you essentially unlimited cloud storage. It's true, Derpius. I am just... Telegram, I always hear, like, Telegram is not... InfoSec secure, and like that really might be the case, unfortunately. Wait, here we go. Okay, I got guarded borders. I'm gonna put this back over here for right now. Guarded borders, immersive hold borders, and unique border gates. Hold borders consistency patch, hold guard. I don't know what the difference is. Hold on. Description. Before I lose these links, let me just go ahead and open them up. Greatest Anvil remesh. Okay, El Sopa HD. HD Anvil. That ought to do it. Skyrim Special Edition. Meridia. Ooh, Meridia's Beacon retexture. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, El Sopa. Meridia's Beacon texture. I'm sure I could just, I don't need to do the whole thing. I feel like maybe I downloaded this one. Is this the right? No, it's regular Skyrim. Serum reviews. Is this? Here we go. Yeah. Meridia's Luxon Beacon. Oh, critical role thing, eh? Whoa, look at this thing. Oh, I admittedly, that is way cooler. I think that this is cooler than the kind of like geometric. Maybe just because I'm so used to seeing the other one, but this is really rad. I will look at this other one too, though. The Gak, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. That is incredibly generous of you. That's 10 for this session. My gosh. Everyone, please, a round of applause. Much appreciated, mate. The Luxon is just for the thing around it. Luxon. Meridia's Beacon. Meridia's Beacon. SE. Thank you so much. Hey, Tayson. How you doing? Wow, it's a party today. I used the El Sopa one, looked at Lux, but didn't care for it. It's actually kind of low resonant texture. Let's just take a look for fun. It makes me want to touch the beacon. If anything ever could. Oh, you know what? I did see this one as well. I thought it was cool. I kind of landed in the same spot. I think it's a really cool idea, for sure. Like a really cool take on it, we might say. I like the handles at the very end. Sub hype? Honk. Okay, well this is pretty rad. I'm gonna give this a download. 1K. Oh wait, I did download. You know, this is probably with like a. Here's an issue, and I don't think that there's any way around this. But so often, it's like when I download other Wabbajack lists, right? I'll be like, oh, I definitely downloaded this, and then because like the Nexus doesn't know the difference, it's just getting the download. I wish that there was a way, and there's no way that the Nexus is ever gonna like, on their side of things, I don't think, create some sort of, you know, prevention of that. But God, it would be nice. I suppose we can do a 4K. I mean, it's not like Meridia's Beacon shows up that often, right? Why not? That is true, Demon Corp. Yes, chat thanks Gax Spackle for the extreme generosity. Let me see. Did I miss anything up here? Okay, I got Luxon Beacon. JS Lockpicking UI. Oh, I think I've seen this one. I think I saw... maybe Total showed it to me? Lockpicking. Someone showed it to me. One of the other list authors showed it to me. Yeah. This was it. And I did download it. Didn't download it. Let's make sure that this was me and not one of the lists that I downloaded. I think that it was not me. Okay, I'm glad that we did that. Got you. Got you. Oh, look at this. And oh, that is really nice, actually. I really like the one that we have now. It's by Matthew, right? The author of 3D Trees. But, I mean, obviously, El Sopa's stuff is, like, you know, incredible. Here, let me show you the one that we have right now. Matthew Anvil. I think that might do it. Yeah, 3D Blacksmith. I really like this one. So I think I might hold on to it, right? Look at that thing. That thing's like amazing, right? Okay, Meridia's Luxon. JS Lockpicking UI. Miscellaneous Retexture Project. Retexture Project. Mail, that's very sweet of you to say. Let me see what I got. Raw beef or human meat. I love stuff like this because there's just, I mean, I gotta watch out for my VRAM, right? Did I download this? No, it looks like on the 2nd of November, I must have downloaded a mod list because a lot of these are coming from that. Okay, so I download this, and I download this. And I download this, right? So is this, hold on, does it have instructions? Okay. Files, retextured SMIM ingredients. Should I, oh, this would be, that's what I would like, actually. I don't know how many it's going to cover, though. Oh, actually, it's more recent. Okay. This is confusing. All right, Misc retexture project. I'm assuming I should install this one, right? And then let me. Whoa, my chat scrolled way up. Okay, hold on. Y'all give me a second. Derpius, you shared a link that is not showing up for me. You're like, what in the hell is this? Why did I only just now find it? Working on a lot of stuff. Check out any demo. What do you mean the highlights your Civil War system? Oh, what? You're making a Civil War. I can't believe how many projects are juggling at once, Trimbarian. Quite simple, supporting multiple lockpick meshes. Yeah, that would be really cool. I think that's can't stop shitting blood. Help. Oh my god. I hope that's not a serious comment. Crucible. I got the wrong El Sopa anvil. This is better. Okay, I have to implement. Why are these not showing up? Maybe if I click, it'll still show up anyway. Oh yeah. Okay. Guess it doesn't matter. And then I'll just click that other one too. Then. What are you? ENB. Whoa. What? FPS from to high draw. What is this business? This is a crazier type of thing. There are too many. Okay, how far behind on chat am I? Okay, Oil by Ramcoid. Open that one up. Copy. Y'all, this is a lot of suggestions. There's just so many mods to like know about. You know what I mean? What is this? Wow. Look at that. I love the retextures for like specific items too, right? I love stuff like that because I mean, here's the problem. Y'all know Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps. He made a point one time in one of his like sequelitis videos that I think is very prescient, and I've said this before, but one of the issues with like making everything look so like good and photorealistic and just upping the visual fidelity of stuff is that anything that is not upped in terms of visual fidelity will stand out so much more. It's like the more you kind of bother to stipulate in terms of realism, the more work kind of gets laid on your plate. Okay, so we got that. Why do some of these have an error occurred? Taking a break from coding today, work on the design of Crucible, new day, just think up cool things. I totally feel you. It's like you know what's funny is like whenever, I don't know if this is the same for you, Barian, or any of the rest of y'all, but like I find that if I'm trying to design something, like design a system or like think about how like a mechanic should work, it's like I have almost this routine where what I do is I turn around and I have to face that direction, which is just like here you can see. I'll show you what the rest of my room. So I just face this direction, right? And I just stare at the wall because it's like I just cannot multitask and I just need to have like no distractions in order to actually like think about it hard enough. It's very, I don't know if it's like weird or maybe it's normal, but I notice it's like, otherwise I'm just, it feels like I can't get into like the zone where I need to be in order to like really think through a problem and like what might be a tenable or a desirable solution. Dragonborn Skull. Oh my god, there's so many of these. Dragonborn Skull variants, eh? What even are... You can tell how little I've actually played Dragonborn because I don't even recognize these items. Also 2.5 update. Oh yeah, I started getting this. Where was it? Misc retexture project. Which one did I get? So I got this plus the 2.5 update. And then I guess I should, I mean, it looks like it's trying to retexture some of SMIM, which would be cool. Some of the SMIM stuff is like a you know, could use like a retexture. So we got this, and then we got I kind of would like to do this. I'm going to download it at the very least, like the 2K textures, because we are going to have to start worrying about the VRAM limit. Oh, y'all, I didn't even say this. Guess what's supposed to arrive tomorrow is my processor that I purchased in December, I want to say, maybe January. But as most of you know, it's very difficult to get computer parts right now. I got very lucky in that a place was allowing people to purchase the 5900X, the AMD for MSRP, which at the time was like $500 plus tax. And the only trade-off was that obviously there's an extreme shortage, so I had to wait for a very long time. But it's finally arriving tomorrow, and with that processor arriving, that means I have all the components I need to build a new computer. So I'm very excited about that. I was thinking about maybe doing that on a stream. That could be fun. Okay, so I got there's 4 from that mod. Chat is going off with all these suggestions. Okay, the Blackest Reaches and Painted Black Reach I do have. Those ones I know. Oh my god. Thank you for another gifted sub, Gax Spackle. My gosh. Everything's showing up on the overlay as well, right? All right, cool. I think it's working. Ow. I just smacked my ear. Thank you so much. Here it is. Okay, got it. What is this this X-ray Vulcan beta? This is kind of crazy. This is obviously a very different type of thing here. API wrapper plus ENB for Skyrim tutorial how to include ENB. So I recognize some of these words. This feels like it's a bit beyond my understanding. I know what FPS bottleneck is, and I know that there's various instances in which they exist in Skyrim and Special Edition. Exactly how this changes it is obviously beyond my understanding. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I'm caught up here. I'm going to catch up. Iconic Bust of the Grey Fox. Oh, of course, you got to have the Bust of the Grey Fox retextured. Who's this by? Iconic Death. Look at that. Look at that beautiful gray. Oh, is that the OG? Oh, yeah, that's not good. Not the best. Strider and Netches. Oh, my gosh. I'm overwhelmed by the amount of retextures. What do we got? These are beautiful. Look at those. What is the OG? Ah, I have there's a special place in my heart for Silt Striders since Morrowind was my first Elder Scrolls game. Look at these beauties. That is, wait, is this the final one? Free texture, these little fuckers. Is this the OG? What is, oh, no, images. Is this original or is that like, because the mesh like has weird seams, right? Is this a comparison? I can't tell. You see what I'm talking about? This is the retexture. Also, oh my god, I'm so behind. Okay, hold on. No one say anything. I'm way behind on chat. Comfy mammoth cheese, bristleback. Moratorium on chat, because otherwise I'm gonna fall too far behind. Wait. Here. And then. No. No. Hold on. Hold on. Wow, we have more tabs than we did before. I'm trying. Yes, Ultimate Skyrim 2, JS Purses. And again, all of these will need to. Ooh, I like the idea of this. I'm also, side note, very excited for. Wow, holy shit, look at these. Holy dang. The what? That is beautiful. Whoops. Holy dag. Oh yeah, gotta have an all good patch for that, naturally. Okay. And then I'm going so. I was gonna say I'm excited. Charmbarian's doing such crazy stuff with like SKSE and Fudge. Can I have copper, silver, gold? Yes, of course. Trade is a new barter system where you can queue up multiple things, one transaction, confirm it all at once. What? Oh, so like almost like a Fallout barter system. I like that very much. Demon Corp, you can't get me with that. I know, I can see what it is. When I hover over it in OBS in stream chat, it gives me the thumbnail. How are my cats? My cats are great. They're hopefully not overweight now because we've been kind of like rationing their food a little bit, or at least I think Liz does. I think we've learned that Liz feeds them slightly less than I do, so maybe I'm the problem. But I think they're nice and fit. Yes to the point about accidentally selling something then having to buy it back for 10 times the price, which is also a huge problem in Requiem because of the changes to like speech and cost balancing. Hello, Principal Child. Hello. Okay, wait. New processor. Wow, that shows you how far behind I am. Okay, 5900. Fudge, scope creep, extra large. If it arrived, if the CPU arrived and it was broken, I would be so sad. I would actually, it's like not a huge deal. I'm patient. It's not like there's any huge like impetus for me to get it now, but I would be really sad because I have been waiting for quite a long time. I just like, to me, it's like, it's fine because I know that there's thousands of people who just can't even buy one right now, or if they do want to buy one, they have to pay like $800 something. Like I couldn't have afforded that. I could barely afford the 500 one. So like, I'm definitely not going to complain that I actually have, like a means to get one, or like a contractual obligation that the place I bought one from has to complete. An infinite procedural sandbox game is something I think about all the time. We've talked about that. Yes. Well, and also, I mean, just so you're aware, Handlock, I mean, probably you are aware at this point, but Charmbarian is also a streamer, so make sure to check out their stream. After Bears and every other animal retexture. Yes! It's, what do they call the technique for the fur that Bears of the North uses? I can't remember what it's called, but there's this name for it, and it's so great. I think the mesh is just bad. That's got to be transparent refracting icicle. This one I know I have, or I have downloaded it. Yeah. It's pretty good. I think I've downloaded it. Maybe I uninstalled it. Let me just double check. Hold on. Well, I'll just add it to the list. I'm gonna have to download. It needs to be like a download all button. Download all tabs. Tomorrow you'll have to turn off the chat, stop the spam. I mean, I could just, like, I'm allowing it because it's fun, and it's like I like to get all the suggestions and stuff. But if we really needed to, I'd just be like, all right, we'll do a moratorium on suggestions and we'll dive into the game. Like, I know you guys would respect that. Not played Ultimate Skyrim since 2017. Oh man, so I'm not really gonna give any ETAs out yet, Nerd Rage Fred. I'm just now seeing your message. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up with chat. Here's our little roadmap that I update every week. So we're getting pretty close. There's like obviously stuff that like this last ting from testing I think is going to be hefty. But we're getting there, and I'm trying to make sure that we don't get super scope creeped. I know it doesn't seem like it with how many mods I have open and I'm just taking a look at. But have I tried downloading every single mod? Not yet, but it looks like I'm getting there. But soon, TM is my answer. 40k textures is a nightmare. I want my sub back. Fat cat enabler. All those fat cat corporate pigs. What is this business now? Dark Brotherhood Tenants HD. Oh yeah, that is such like a gnarly OG texture. Is there one of like the... This is not it. Oh, it's in German. The original texture is, I remember that one being, if I'm thinking of the right one, maybe I'm just bullshitting. Yeah, I mean, I know it's especially terrible for y'all, CT. We talking Minecraft? Always. This is actually Ultimate Skyrim is a Minecraft mod pack. You know, I actually have thought about that. I think that if I weren't modding Skyrim, I'd probably be modding Minecraft. I think that there's like so many, either that or maybe Morrowind. It's like pros and cons to either approach, right? I look at them, like when I was watching CT play Yajan, which is if you guys are looking for a super cool Morrowind mod pack, definitely check out Yajan, which is by Ring Comics, who is also a member of the Ultimate Skyrim team. But that's like his personal mod list. I think it's almost looking at like what is the baseline, right? Like for each of these games, like Morrowind, Skyrim, Minecraft. What mods are available for each of those three, and like how do they do particular things, and with all of those kind of factors considered holistically, which one would be the easiest or best way of achieving the kind of like gameplay experience vision that you have in your head, right? But as of now, like the kind of game that I want to make, which is obviously like Ultimate Skyrim, Skyrim to me has seemed the best option, but those two are definite runners up. Minecraft and Morrowind, that is. Okay, so we got this. What else? Dark Brotherhood Tenants, Dirt Blast. Saw the other day an offer of a 3060 for what? Okay, well no one's gonna be buying it for 170,000. Hopefully. Holy Wards retexture. Demon Corp, where do you find all these? I can see that some of them are like some of the other mod list authors are aware of them as well. Oh yeah, I like that. It's kind of like soft. Fits the whole holy light theme. So check this out. Here, I can show. This is why I'm like not complaining. I'm like the luckiest person. Ow. Boom, baby. This is like an actual 3080. I got this by sitting on all of the Discords that updated like stock prices and stuff, right? Or stock count in December. And basically just I had like 5 different Discords that all were like tracking stock, and you just kind of have to get lucky and be online like when it updated, and you just like get in there really fast. But managed to get that too. So what we're looking at for this build is literally a 3080 and a 5900X, which I think... What the hell? You guys hear that? Big plane overhead. I'm going to be building what I feel like is like the rarest build here right now for where stuff is. Oh my gosh. I am still so far behind on chat. I'm getting closer though. I'm catching up. I promise I'll read your stuff. Dark Brotherhood Tenants. El Sopa Dirt Blast. Holy Wards Retexture. HD model ship. Oh, I like the model ship. Cute. Oh, and this uses... Is this Sacriletius? No. But it is someone using the... what's it called? Centaur font. Which I have mad respect for, because, as y'all know, that's what I use. I use a slightly customized version of the Centaur font. When the price lowers to 80,000, someone will think they're saving money. It's the infomercial school of thought, right? Of course, Nerd Rage Fred. Sorry, I'm just now getting to your other message. Refracting ice form debris. I still remember... You guys ever have, like, do you remember where you learned a word? Because sometimes I do. And usually they're video games, like where I learned them. It's not a mod for US's work. Probably really exciting. Viking Whiterun Overhaul. Ooh. I'll take a look at that. What needs mods am I planning to use? So just to clarify there, the SE version is not going to be called 5.0. It's going to be like 0.1 because it's like the first alpha version, right, for special edition. But the needs mod I plan to use will be Sunhelm. Wow. Wait, we looked at this and it was like super cool. I like it a lot. And obviously like Whiterun is a very, you know, Viking themed town already with like the kind of the long houses, and Jorvasker is supposed to be an upside down boat. Like it a lot. Very, very cool. I'll close out of this one just so I don't get confused and think we have to download it. And you're better supplied. Interesting, Rust. That's surprising that the EU is not having as much of a problem. This would be good. I don't even know if you can get the Dragonstone tablet actually in Skyrim Unbound, but if you can, we'll have it retextured. Iconics, Weather, Dragonstone. Oh, I gotta choose between these two? Mourning the loss of your save file. What happened? We'll put this one here, and we'll compare these millions of tabs that we have open. What do we got? Gore, eh? Ugh. 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 Well, if it produces that response, then it's doing its job, I'd say. Savrin X Gore. F save. It's messing so much with my mod list. Yeah, I mean, that's why I used to keep all of my, like when I had a character from like a series, right, I would keep their install separate, or I learned to do that, like eventually CT. But I remember on Hjolfrid Season 1, there was definitely a couple instances where I messed with some stuff that I should not have, and it was a big oops. Unfortunate. But you can get away with so much, which is why it's like tempting, you know? DDSS pack for Minecraft. What is that? White file replacer. Of course I feel like the white file was lackluster. Look at this beautiful replacer. This is like some Queen of Hearts shit right here. Love it. Also crazy that this was like the 6,000th mod for special edition. It's always fun to see the like the really early numbered mods, right? Like the ones that are like within double digits or triple digits. I think like Arthmore has a couple of those. Pretty cool. White file replacer. Ari Snow Elf Ruins. That one I know I have. Haha. JS Baronzaya. And wow. Look at that fucking thing. I like the orc too. Holy shit. Wait, John Skyrim. Who is John Skyrim? Why do I know John Skyrim? Okay. So am I just gonna have to go through and like, oh, look, a Santa hat. Wow, holy fuck, that's a Santa hat. That's like the Bears of the North. Did John Skyrim do Bears of the North? Okay, well, I'm gonna keep this profile open because, like, holy crap, that's beautiful work. Hold on. Okay, you know what I think I might have to do? And this might kill our performance. Whoa, you know what I can do? I can save all of these as a folder, and then I can actually close Chrome. That's what I'll do. So we don't have to kind of like suss it out ourselves. Oops, not Discord. Not Discord. Here. I want to save this profile so I can go through and look at all of these beautiful BAPs. There's that. White file. Just Baronzaya. Which mountain texture do you prefer? I really like Majestic Mountains, to be honest with you. And I like them because of the way that the snow is on them with better dynamic snow. I think it is beautiful. No more ugly effects. This one I also have, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have this one. Whoa, what the hell is that effect? Yeah, so it's like you don't get this shader. I'm just going to download this one straight up. I'm pretty sure I have it, but we'll find out. What are you going to tell me, mod organizer? If you guys didn't have this stuck in your head before, yeah, I do have it. You're going to have it stuck in your head now, that's for sure. Close this. And how far behind am I? I'm getting there slowly but surely. I'm almost there. No more ugly effects. Ancient Trees of Skyrim. Is that the Elder Gleam? Yeah. That's the Elder Gleam model, which I have not downloaded, but I thought it looked really cool. I think, was this the one that JD Smith is like working on his own kind of like update to it or something like that? Who can say? I thought so. I could be wrong. I'm often wrong. Missives. The notes retexture I have. the Witcher board. One I do not have, but I really like the notes one, so I'm going to hold off. I'm going to grab that one. Come on, Link. Whoa, this one doesn't want to load for some reason. What is it? 2K dog meat? You got to have 2K dog meat. Everyone knows that. You got to have the Giant's Toe retextured. Ugh. Oh, man. That right one with, like, the bone is rough. It's beautiful in its own way. Ugh. I think oh man, I don't like it. I mean, I like it. I want to put it away though. You know what it main menu wallpaper. What? So that was actually, I've seen this one. This one's really cool. I'll put it in the tabs. I actually that was one of the things that we considered for the the main menu wallpaper, right? Was like a patron bonus there, where like patrons could have their stuff featured there, their like screenshots or like character screenshots, which we're probably going to do for the launcher anyway. I was concerned about doing it for like the actual like main menu, because I think that might technically qualify as as paid modding, and I obviously have to be very careful with that kind of thing. I mean, I don't think he is going to run out of links. Snow shrub thicket replacer. If this is what I'm thinking of, it's like a pretty ugly one, so it really does need a replacer. Is that the one I'm thinking of? I can't tell. Oh my god. There's so many. Unbound skips it. Wow. Elsopa, Briarheart. My god. Well, so look at it this way. Once a demon gets all these links, eventually he's going to run out of links. We know that's the case, because there's not an infinite amount. Heartbreaker, a kill move mod. I actually have high hopes for that, because I like kill moves conceptually. Cold features of Sunhelm. Maybe Sexpert. I haven't played with them a lot myself, so I can't really say how they compare to Frostfall. With this many links, I'm unstoppable. Oh, I love that. What's it called? The power up. Can I take like a screenshot of that really fast? Hold on, I'm gonna save that. Of this chat. I need to play around with the Sunhelm stuff. See it? Look at this. Beautiful. I'm gonna hold on to that. Retextured pulsing Daedra heart. That is terrifying. Human heart retexture? Wait. Briar heart. Okay, wait a second. Am I to understand, have you been going alphabetically? And that we're now on H? Because if so, I'm going to have to pause it eventually. But it is fun to look at. Is that what's happening here? If we go back... John Skyrim is JS. What? Hold on a second. Retextured pulsating Daedra heart. Wait, or we've just gotten into the heart section now of your dressed Hearthfire doll. Uh-oh, guys. I think yep, because now Hearthfire, we're going alphabetically, are we not? This is problematic. I'm not installing, but I am definitely checking them out, because now I can save them. There's like High Poly Soul Husk. Look, I'm going fast now. This one I think I downloaded. No, I didn't. I just saw that it said I didn't. I'm so fast. John Scott wasn't surprised they announced the name TS5. Rustic Deathhound. Gargoyle. That sounds like Gamwitch. Yeah, that's Rustic. Ooh, those look badass. Super cool. Rustic Frostbite Spider. I'm so quick. No one can stop me. Imagine that Eye of the Tiger is playing, and not this very innocuous, uplifting Wind Waker sound. Thank you for the follow, Bulging. Taproot 1K. I'm going so quick. Wabbajack and Custom Bunham. Yes, you can. I mean, Wabbajack basically, it just takes whatever your mod organizer is, and it replicates it. Like, straight up. Like, everything about it. Gotta have Mud Crab clutter. How to set default control settings that carry over to different save files. Green Mustache, you talking about on Legendary Edition? You talking about Ultimate Skyrim? What are we talking about here? You might have already elaborated, and I'm just not caught up. Oh yeah, those Dragonborn shrines. Those things need a retexture. Clever Charge Soul Karen, I do believe I have, but you know what? We're going to include it anyway. Why not? We're not really discerning at this point. Okay, I'm almost caught up. I can feel it. Stop opening it. That's got to be the Giant's Toe. Riften Plaza. Ooh, blood. No. Falmer Blood Elixir, maybe. I wonder what Falmer Blood tastes like. Wait a second. Plaza Tiles. Riften Plaza Brick 02. Okay, what's... Is there a difference between this one? Oh. Okay. My God. Okay, saying you're Ultimate Skyrim, Skyrim NG. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to download it, that's for sure. Organic burial urns. Ooh. I think I have a good burial urn retexture, but I can't remember. Realistic dark elf urns. This is too many. Are we getting on a realistic now? Is that R? Elder Scrolls Legends loading screens. That's a classic. I love it. Okay, I might have to pause. Raise UHD folded rag. Of course, you gotta have the HD folded rag. Are you kidding me? Wait. Is it the same one? Right? I'm pretty sure. Opening these in incognito. Oh shit, you're right, Derpiest Kitty. Oh my God. The Root Builder plugin. Okay, okay. Maybe I can transfer them. Let's see. I think you're right. Maybe. I still see my bookmarks and stuff, so maybe I can still do it. Rustic East Empire Company sign it. Rustic Elder Scroll. Times at 221. Okay, I promise we're going to get in game. Okay, Demon Corp. I'm going to pause you. So add in one more link, and that's going to be the last one for today. And then make a note of where you left off, because then we'll do the other ones later. I promise. Rustic Elder Scroll, and I'll get these ones. Rustic Elder Scroll. So the one you want us to see the most. Rustic Azura Star. I think I have this. Pretty sure I have this. Last two. Okay. We'll allow it. What's up, Bulching? We're looking at... Oh, I think I have Orioles Bow HD. If I don't, we'll find out. Yeah, Remoros. I remember that. We are getting lots of links for visual improvements. Oblivion-like loading menu. Oh, I remember this. Oh, wait, shit. I think it... Sepulchre I also have. This I know about. That one I can safely close. How about that? Oblivion-like loading menu. This is the one where it's like in the center? Oh, no, 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 no. Ooh. I think I have this one too, but I'm going to put it in there. I like it. I like the, I like having the models like show up, right? It's pretty cool. But it's a competition between Dylan and Demon Corp to control the chat. Oriel's Bow. What is this one that Bulching is suggesting now? Go to Bed. Oh, a classic. I think I have this downloaded. I'm like pretty sure, but I have it there. Last two because Dawnguard is nice. Oriel's Shield. Yeah, you got to, I mean, any unique items and stuff you want to have like retextured. You want them looking fancy, especially when they're so difficult to, the last one for real. Okay, Clever Charf's Apocrypha. Apocrypha needs some attention too, frankly. And then Dawnbreaker. Boom. That actually might be what we were using before. Maybe not. Who can say? Alright, now, moment of truth. This is the last one. Hermaeus Mora, Water and Tentacles. Okay, perfect. Everyone, a round of applause for the Link Master. I'm sure. Because I can't... I want to jump in game and test these other one. Okay, here's what we're going to do. we are going to start here, go all the way there, say, there is a way, hold on, there's a way to mark all, hold on, add tabs to new group. Name this group, move group to new window. Okay, so this is a second incognito window, right? Now, there's a way to add all of these to bookmarks. I hope... 16th note lick from the Zelda OST is in my head. Demon Corp, you can send me... I've got the wrong El Sopa Anvil link. I think I probably have both in there, but I'll make sure... I'll just... Here, I'll get rid of this one. I mean, I really like the anvil that we have, this one. Matthews, I can get rid of that too. Okay, what do I... Thank you, though, Paris. What... I know that there's a way. Hold on a moment. Also, thank you for the follow, Soda Popper, and Stash. I missed that. Kim's Craft as well. And Bulching. I'm sorry. I've been so focused. Save tabs as bookmarks. Oh, okay. Bookmark all tabs. There it is. And we're going to make a new folder. We're going to call this Demon Corp Suggestions. And then if you want Demon Corp, you can send me just like all of the other ones. And I promise I'll take a look. Like whatever you got, I'll take a look at. A bookmarks bar? Okay. No, let's put it in Ultimate Skyrim. Save. We'll make sure it's here. Boom, baby. Look at that. And now we should be able to safely close this, right? Let's double check. Let's make sure I've got a... Let me open up like a regular window. And I'll just double check here. I'm using incognito mode hand lock just because, you know, like... There's nothing hanky on my internet search, I promise. But there is stuff that's like, you know, my friends' names and like personal info that I want to make sure that the infosec element of the stream is nice and secure. I also saved the save tabs as bookmarks as part of the folder. Okay. We got it. Like I had the impetus to do it because I saw like some of my friends like info or like some patron info, not like anything serious. There's just like a couple names, but I want to make sure, you know, we have the proper level of care and consideration for everyone's personal information. Okay, so we should be good. And close that, and that means we have these ones, which is what we're actually gonna jump in and do. It's true, Demon Corp, but you know, sometimes it's just nice to have the... It's better to, as I always say, Liz makes fun of me for how often I say this, but it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? Okay, so we're gonna get... What did we actually download last? Mod organizer, 2K retextures, that's all SMIM. Okay, so we're gonna get guard borders, right? Search border. Excuse me. Uploading your mod watch, I mean, I don't want to make it difficult for you to share the links, but the links themselves are preferable to me. Guarded borders, we're gonna install that. It's probably going to be a Form 44 or 43 or whatever it is, but that's okay. And then we're gonna download these. Thanks for hanging out, Tayson. Good luck. Files, unique border gates, all. Call of Duty Warzone patch, of course, and then immersive hold borders. Oh yeah, I went back to the description. Installation, put needed files. Okay, files. Hold borders consistency patch. Hold guard SSE. I don't understand what the difference between these two files is, but I need to. And it's not clear to me if you need the OG. Oh, look, Sacrolettes did the nav mesh for something in here. How about that? Installation, here we go. Plug hold guard, main file, and is always mandatory. Okay. Second main file is also mandatory. Put that after. Okay. Hold border. Gotcha. I understand. Well, that's slightly confusing because hold guard first and then hold borders consistency patch. Okay. This one and then that one. Thank you very much, Demon. Appreciate it. Ooh, y'all, we made it. That's a lot of mods. Beautiful, right? Oh, I'm stretched. Stretch my chest. I used to do this. This is the other thing I gotta do is and in the same vein, I'm gonna stand up now. The classes that I used to attend at the YMCA, back when I used to go there, the lady who did it was like this yoga, like it was a cross between like a yoga and like a cardio class. She taught us some really cool stretches, just like some very basic ones that, you know, it's like, duh, why did I not do this before? One of my favorites was a shoulder stretch and or a chest stretch rather, where it's like just a series of like, you get your arm at like a 90 degree, you put it up against a wall, and then you just kind of lean into it, and then you also like extend your arm out, and then you rotate your arm a little bit while you're doing it. And it really helps a lot with like chest tightness, which is something that I think a lot of people suffer from because we're always sitting at our desks and our chairs, and we're kind of like hunched like this. It like helps your like shoulder posture, right? I need to get back into like a stretching routine. I think that would help a lot. Thanks for hanging out, Rust. Much appreciated. Have been hellish creating a project in Angular, 14 hours a day. Oh my god. Well, best of luck. I hope we could provide a reprieve. If you need another one, we will be live tomorrow. How does that sound? Okay. Hold guard SSE. We got you. We need a hold borders consistency patch. I swear, I feel like this song just puts me in a good mood. Do you guys feel that way? It's just so, like, uplifting. I don't know. Which is generally how I feel when I play Wind Waker, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a psychological association. Who can say? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Okay, here's... We'll call this, Immersive Hold Borders, improved base. Okay. New stream tomorrow, exactly. Base, and we'll call this consistency. Oh yeah, the Great Sea. This one's more like, oh, you know, I'm like chilling. I'm just kind of like bopping around, hanging out. The Great Sea is in fact, let's listen to it. That's like energizing, right? Wind Waker, Great Sea. Bum, bum. There it is. This one makes you want to go on an adventure. Yes, another stream tomorrow. So I'm hoping that 3 streams per week is not going to be like too much, right? But I was planning on basically just doing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at the same time, 12 to 3 for now. Will the pack include some of the bigger quest mods? Not off the bat, DePat, because they're pretty difficult. We have some other priorities for like systems and things I want to sort out. But I would like to do it eventually. I would like to evaluate a lot of the quest mods. Legacy of the Dragonborn in particular is something that I have evaluated myself with decent in-depth. And I thought it was really, really cool. Just obviously takes a lot of consideration, right, to include it in a large-scale pack like this. So in the future, it's very likely. So let's have to be done by tomorrow. Yes, put it in Notepad, upload the link. If you just save all the different links like in Notepad, that'll be fine, and then you can send it to me. Not a fan of Legacy of the Dragonborn, eh? Here. Let me bring this over here. Okay, and then we just need unique border gates. And we will see. Yes, that's fine. Extract the BSA, please. Entire interior of that museum rips you so far out of the game. Why is that? Crow reminder. You want me to install crows? And this is obviously, I feel like this one's got to have a Hyrule field motif in there. Let me install it. Just for you, Derpius. Crow. Flying crows. Yeah, I think you're right, Charmbarian. And even like, I don't know, we were even like looking at it from the perspective of like, will the character, it's something that kind of helps is that the first things that LOTD asks you to do are like pretty tough in Requiem, right? So it almost serves as like a decent quest gate or like level gate, skill gate, but I'm sure that the balance will be a little gnar because obviously Requiem's balance is so particular and it transforms many of the enemy types into a very set level of difficulty that does not match the vanilla game. Ah, gotcha, male FPS. I don't think I've seen it, but I will take a look. All right, thank you, Demon Corp. All right, so here we go. We got guarded borders. We got, I'm actually going to put this here, unique border gates. Now, chances are this is not going to be a, well, we'll see. I mean, I just kind of want to see what each of these mods is doing, right? For fun, in the 30 minutes that we have left. We might have to kind of continue this tomorrow. Hold guard, ESP, hold borders consistency patch. I think this is good. I think we're good. All right, let's do it. Ring of the Wind can be taken from Aniska's plus 40% movement speed. That is nuts. Holy fuck. Yeah, I was going to say even for vanilla that would be nuts, but it's certainly nuts for Requiem. Game time. This is the part that I feel like might be Hyrule Field-ish. Right before this. Maybe I'm wrong. Thank you for the follow, Staplefinger, and Double Wubble, by the way. I don't think I saw those. I always seem to miss them. Maybe I gotta up the volume on the notifications. Thank you for the follow, Male FPS. That one I saw, because I was looking right at it. I do that shit all the time. Either I don't... It's better now that Twitch... like, there's a notification now if you accidentally, like, unfollow someone, right? But I used to do that all the time. And then all the time I'm, like, watching, like, a channel and I realize I hadn't been following. Hey, Novo. Novo is also a team member. You made it. Yeah, we have 20 minutes to test this this business, which, frankly, is not going to be enough time. Like, we're going to have to spend some more time on it. But I'm going to have to sign off at 3 because, 1, I'm starving, and 2, I got some stuff I got to do. Hey, Henry Hoover, how you doing? CP, you and Derpius have to tell me where to go for the crows, where to best, like, demo it, right? Let me close this as well. Oh, but then our Great Sea theme goes away. I'll close it once Skyrim pops up. How about that? I love Zelda. It's definitely my top 3 series of all time. Have I ever showed you guys my Hylian shield? I have, look, this ring. This is my wedding ring. These are my two most valuable objects that I own. My wedding ring, and then this ring is a ring of my own design when I was a kid. You guys want to hear a really beautiful story? So if you look at this ring, let me see if I can show it off. This ring has my initials on it, right? You can kind of see, hopefully. There it is. And it's got these gems. Whoa, this is hard to rotate. You can see. Whoa. It's kind of hard to show off. But so, this ring was, I designed it when I was a kid, right? And it has gems that all correspond to the different medallions from Ocarina of Time. So you got Forest, Fire, Water, Shadow Spirit, Time, and that is just corresponding gems for each one, right? So I had this ring for so long, like all the way throughout college, and then when I was a senior in college, it actually got stolen. It was a real bummer, but you know, shit happens. And then one year, for my birthday, Liz basically worked with my uncle, who was a jeweler who built and designed the first ring, and in secret, the two of them worked together to replicate the ring that I had lost. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It makes me want to cry. But it is definitely, if not the best gift I've ever received, I think it is the best gift I ever received. It's like the sweetest thing. And I will show you. So that's my Zelda ring. And of course, here's my wedding ring. Check this out, too. Whoa. Ah. I had to take off my headphones. I can't reach it. This is my Hylian shield. It is technically metal. It is a custom Hylian shield. Yeah, this is a wholesomeness overload, right? I mean, I really, if you needed any proof that I'm like the luckiest person in the world. This Hylian shield my uncle made for me when I was a kid. He had a friend who did metal work, and they put this together. And this is like another one of my prized possessions. You can see it's Link is, no, he's right-handed. He's left-handed. He has his, there we go. There I'm Link. And I don't know if the size fits me anymore, but, you know, better than not having a shield, am I right? It's just, I have it on my wall all the time. This is another one of my favorite objects. If you guys can't tell, I kind of collect a lot of stuff. You can see, like, the shelves back there just full up of stuff. I've showed off some of the things on stream, but I'm sure we can do that in the future. Yeah, it is, it's the most romantic thing that anyone's ever done for me, and Liz is, she might be able to hear me right now, so I don't want to embarrass her, but she really is like the sweetest human in the history of the planet, and I really am the luckiest man alive. Okay. Stay. I have that adhered to the wall in like the most precarious way, but it works if you don't mess with it. Okay, my god, Skyrim is just... Why is it taking so long to start lately? I wonder why. Wholesomeness overload. More like wholesome Skyrim modders' spouses, you could say. I think I have private profile redirector, do I not? Or you know what? I think I might have got rid of it because I heard that there was like an issue with it. Profile. Yeah, I guess it's not there. Well, I had it. Thank you, Demon Corp. r/wholesome Skyrim modders. I mean, frankly, I think that that's most Skyrim modders, at least that I've met. I think it's like a cooperative endeavor, I think, almost like from the start, which helps a lot. Obviously not everything in the modding scene is what you might describe as like wholesome, but you know how it goes. Generally speaking, I think it's at least for me personally, it's a community that I'm very proud to be a part of. Okay, pause. Still loading, eh? Hey. Okay, cool. Yeah, unfortunately, that is the case, Ring. All right, new game. In we go. And I'm going to make sure to spawn myself at... there's a lot of nonsense out there with PPR causing problems with EMB just because the EMB author made that up. Oh, no. Yeah, Boris is another it's like ENB is great. I really like it a lot, and like I know that some of the discriminatory things that Boris has said it's older, so like who knows if people have like changed or adjusted, and I don't really want to get too far into it, you know what I mean? Because like who am I to judge and all that? But definitely there's been enough that's given me pause, that's for sure. You think actual RTGI? What is RTGI, Handlock? You know where? Oh, so bolching, it's kind of tricky. There's an unofficial port on Lover's Lab. That's like the best, actually the best spot to get it from. Yeah, he did CT. There's like I mean, if you search it, if you just search like Boris controversy, I'm sure you'll find it. You know, I don't want to unnecessarily feed energy into it, but oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm stretching right now with my. I have a like a pad that I stand on when I'm standing up, my standing desk, right? It's really cool. Here, let me. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. I'll try and not have my disgusting feet there too. So you see this? You can see it right there. You see like this part, right? It's like an elevated portion, and it's really nice. It's kind of just like stuff to step on to kind of like try out and like exercise different muscles, and this little back section is really nice for like stretching out like your calves or your what's the big leg muscle, hamstrings, which is like, I don't know about you guys, but both of my calves and my hamstrings are like crazy tight because I sit down way too much. Ray Trace Global Illuminate. Oh, what? I didn't know that Enei said any stuff like that. Maybe send me that stuff in private, CT, or something like that, because I am curious. I mean, I know that Enei sometimes has had like stress related, you know, kind of like blow ups, like I know Arthmore. That, I mean, depending, I get. I mean, it would be cool if we could get that. All right, here. We are going to go in. Look, you can see my character's hair. That's beautiful. Skyrim Unbound. Let me see. I mean, we don't have to spawn next to the borders, but starting location. Imperial Camp. No, it's not going to let us. Okay. That's fine. We'll just go random. Excuse me. Yeah, I even get kind of like grainy issues. Maybe because I don't have the settings up high enough, but the shadows and like ambient occlusion that I have now sometimes is kind of grainy. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I know that that Arthmore I think he's got some of like the sovereign citizen stuff, but like I've never seen him like I've you know, I know that Arthmore has his moments, but I've never seen him like, you know, be like an asshole politically, I guess you might say. I mean, unfortunately, I mostly just frequent like Skyrim mods, and I know that he can't post there anymore. Oh, I don't even European identity. I'm. Is that? Are we talking kind of like nationalist things? Again, everyone like, you know, this is all. Please don't take this as gospel or anything. Fuck. What was the name? I was just in that like form your own opinions about people and. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Like. Right. Exactly. So it's like, you know. Rumors are rumors. Verify for yourself if possible. Just take everything with a grain of salt. But like that is very unfortunate to hear. Well, we'll see. Anyway, what was the name that we said earlier that was really funny? That we were gonna make the character. I can't remember what it was. If anyone remembers offhand, otherwise just, you know, someone throw out a name and then I'll scam likely. Yes, thank you, CP. It was something that made me giggle, and I wanted to bring it back. Whoa! Ooh, I have a crumb of coffee left. Delicious. Ow! I cracked my neck. You know what I might do? So I have to go grocery shopping after this. I think I might get In-N-Out on the way back. I feel the urge. My field of view. Got my getting rid of screen space, camera effects. Really, all these are fine for now. Off. I don't really. Here, no frost. No cold. Yes. No one kill me, please. Oh, that's right. We still have 3D trees enabled. Okay. All right. All right. Better than my idea of Poopy Boy? I don't know. Poopy Boy is pretty good. That is, it's definitely up there. Okay, so what we will have in-game now, and I think, yes, we have 10 minutes. We can look at a couple of things, but we'll kind of make this, you know, what we go to look at on tomorrow's stream as well. But I actually don't know quite how to... I guess I can just go to Falkreath and like go to the various, like I can walk there myself. Falkreath exterior. So what we want to evaluate, just so we have it all kind of like in our heads when we go back to it tomorrow, we want to evaluate the different border gates, which are being affected by a combo of mods right now, which might be a bit overboard. It might not. I kind of just want to see. They're supposed to be like theoretically compatible with each other, right? I don't think that they're supposed to edit quite the same spot, so it might just kind of work out. But we're gonna evaluate the border gates, and then because what is it? The main mod. Oh, hold on. The immersive hold borders, or whatever the name of the mod is, like the edited version, also includes a bunch of other border checkpoints. It might be worth checking them out as well, kind of see like what the deal is and whether, you know, we have to like edit those, or maybe they'll just feel like a, you know, a contiguous part of the world and we won't really have to do anything at all. That would obviously be ideal. The need for speed, deservice it in and out. I actually do not use the reshade settings Ascent for, well, I didn't actually even try out the reshade that is recommended, because I was a bit worried about performance and I thought it looked, you know, really nice as it were. But I can't, you know, offer any sort of like anecdotal experience myself because I haven't tried it. Okay, so here's some guards just chilling. So you guys just kind of, okay, so you are from where? Whole borders consistency patch. Okay. Generic banner. That's not red. Cool. A guarded board. All right, so I'm liking what I'm seeing here thus far. Right? So this was kind of like the goal here, right? Was to have just like a cool little like border camp. I don't know why this one's here. Lost about 5 FPS for some bloom sharpening. Gotcha. I mean, I think it looks great by itself. You know what I mean? Okay, so it looks like we might have some nav mesh issues because guarded borders is kind of adding stuff. Oh my god. There's just a... Is that supposed to be there? Unique border gate. Okay, so that does look like it's supposed to be there. Is this like a... Is there a table underneath it? So a couple little quirks. This guy's sleeping on a rock out here. Why not in the tent? This is cool. And maybe it seems like they quite don't... Oh, improved roads. What are y'all... I was going to say, who are you guys like standing around here? Guarded borders.
Good day. Need something.
Cool. And then obviously some of this is a little messed up, because guarded borders seems to be assuming that we are using a different, or like the default unique border, or not unique border gates, I guess you might say. So this should unfortunately be closed, because otherwise people are going to want to go down this way. But like, it'd be pretty cool if you could, let's see, how far back will it let us go? Yeah, well, so this, the goal here, right, was to fill out these kind of, wow, it's really, did it open up this area? This is not Skyrim Border Holds, actually. I know that Skyrim Border Holds adds like a bunch of stuff over here. But I don't have that installed, I don't think. Or maybe I do, shit. I mean, it's letting me go very far. What the H? Here's the end. But maybe it just removes it. God, doesn't this make you, doesn't this make you, give you like a good feeling like, oh, I want to play Beyond Skyrim? I'm getting that feeling that you get when you're like actually exploring like new land, right? That I just don't get really anymore because, you know, I know where everything in Skyrim is. What the fuck? Super cool. Well, it's crazy that it lets us go back out this far. I don't know what unlocks it, but definitely we should not be able to do this in the full thing. But you guys can kind of see the goal here, right? So it's like if we have the default start kind of like start you at the border of Skyrim and you kind of have this like little refugee camp or like little guard camp there, I think it's a really cool effect. And I think it kind of, you know, and of course we can kind of drive the idea home with like a little message box that says like, you've just stepped foot into Skyrim, blah, 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 like whatever you want to do with some copy. Ring, this is outside the Falkreath border. Yes, towards Hammerfell. So in this case, I might actually just opt for the not unique border gates version of this. I do like it. Yeah, it would be. I mean, the tricky part is I kind of don't want to let players back here because there's nothing here. And I feel like it's going to kind of like inadvertently send the message that they should be able to go back here. Oh yeah, Ring. Who is the real liar, right? And see, we should probably, yeah. So you can see there's some landscape edits that unique border gates makes this kind of not work a little bit, but it's pretty close. Look, leaning on stuff, and then for whatever reason, I don't know what's happening with these improved roads actors who are clearly getting a little confused as to what they should be doing. So something might be messing with their AI or with the markers, but you can definitely see the benefit here. Like, I think this would be a great, like, this is the first thing you see, like in Skyrim, right? And it would be fun to start characters this way. Excuse me, this way. And this is only like one of several that it could be, right? Which I think is pretty cool. So with that, I think it's about that time. We can, I don't know, I guess, I mean, I do actually kind of have to go. I'm on a stricter time schedule today than I usually am. Hammerfell Border Outpost, Talus Pat. Yeah, you can see there's like a million different things being added here. Halder's Cane, where the fuck is that? Up there, perhaps? Who can say, really? But in the next stream, tomorrow's stream, we'll test out some of the other the border ones. We'll go through, we'll check some of the other border camps that are dotted, I know, throughout the throughout the world, and it'll be good. Also, it does seem to me like Sadia is the one who is being dishonest, but I don't, just because it's because of that element, right? The Thalmor. COC Whiterun real quick. Okay. Oh, for the crows. Okay, we'll do. COC Whiterun exterior 01. You want like Whiterun center? That's brutal, Ring. It could be CT. It's a shame because like that's it's one of the few quests in Skyrim that actually presents some sort of moral ambiguity, which I wish that there was a lot more of, right? Who can say? I definitely wrote my season 2 character. If any of you guys saw the little intro videos that I did for Wraithen for season 2, I definitely wrote that character as though Sadia was the person who betrayed like Tanith, right? Oh. Wow. That is really cool. It, to me, half begs the question of why the crows are here unless they're like over like a battlefield or something. Oh, you can hear them. That is true. The Civil War does. They want the... Yeah, but where's the corpses? Are there corpses? Wow, look at the shadows, too. Turn the game... Oh, yeah, sorry. It's really quiet for you guys. I forgot. Skyrim. Here. I have no idea why Rochester has crows. They're just there, you know? I mean, the effect is beautiful. Yeah, it kind of... It is a little bit creepy, isn't it? I like it a lot, though. Yeah, I think crows are really cool, too. Liz and I always talk about it. She thinks crows are disgusting, which I don't blame her, because they can be very gross. But I think that they're really cool. I think that they're very smart. I know that they're supposed to be incredibly intelligent birds. They're like one of the few animals that does cool stuff like collecting things, and they visit their parents. They go back home and visit their parents. Yeah, Monique, I'm afraid of the same thing here, where because there's no bodies or anything here that actually it makes sense for them to be here, and I'm afraid that them just kind of always being here all the time might get a little confusing or might feel a little bit off. But if there was a way that we could assign them like conditions, or if we can make this into an actual battlefield and maybe they go away like over time, but the effect, of course, is extremely promising. Oh, okay. So there are conditions already placed on when they show up. Because if that's the case, then this could be okay. Let's see what happens if we wait 6 hours. Yes, I did see that, Monique. I felt the same way, where I was like, I actually would opt not to have the mod installed, but the fact that it exists at all is insane to me. I mean, it's a Fellasky, I believe, right? Fellasky is nuts. Look at this. It might make even more sense to have them. I mean, it is a beautiful effect. This really is super cool. If you wrong crow, they will hate you forever and teach their kids to hate you too. Just like humans. Some humans. It does look like maybe they're dispersing a little bit. I really do like the effect though. So, you know, it's promising. Maybe figure out what to do with it. And the sounds are great as well. Yeah, still there. Well, very interesting. Very cool. The fact that a basic feature that was in previous games is mind-blowing is mind-blowing. It is true. I hate the Twitch VPN shadow bans. What? What the heck? Because you use a VPN, you're shadow banned? The bird can solve a water displacement puzzle. That bird has the capacity to do a lot. Yeah, I can't solve a water displacement puzzle. That's not true. I probably can. I guess I don't know for sure that I could because I've not done one. But maybe. Anyway, with that, I think we're going to call it for today. Thank you all for joining me. It was a super fun stream. I had a great time. I hope you're able to join me tomorrow as well. I would be DDoS protection. Well, that's a bummer, Monique. If you just keep trying, I guess. It's like, I promise I'll respond. I don't know what else to advise. You probably know better than I do. Yeah, sure, of course, Ring. Only thing I would do to the mod is turn down the volume just a little bit. I could see that, CP. Crows are pretty loud, though, but I guess maybe it gets annoying over time. But yeah, thank you guys very much for joining me. Hopefully you can join me tomorrow as well, but I understand if not. All right, chill. Yes, tomorrow, same time, 12 noon. That would be, if you are in England, which I believe is 8 hours ahead, that would put you at 8 p.m. That's pretty simple. Sorry about that, JS, but tomorrow, same time, 12 noon. Oh, gosh. Well, send it to me, Demon Corp, and we'll check it out. Ah, bummer. Ring, who did you want me to, yeah. Who did you want me to raid? I'll keep it in mind for next time. Let's see who's online right now. Italy, 9 p.m. Thank you. Good to know, Handlock.
No one likes living with a broken phone.
Shush. Oh, look, ads on our own thing. Oh, of course we gotta. Let's just raid Riot Games. Oh, this is the incognito window. Oops. I gotta see who's online. I love that emote so much. There's other pictures from Japan of Liz and I. I gotta go and find them. Okay, so we got a bunch of speedrunners. We got Covert Muffin. Oh, well, you know, George seems like he just started up. Zero Period Productions. He's a Skyrim content creator who's really awesome. He's playing Destiny 2 right now, but that would be a good raid. I think that's what I'm going to do for today. That's another cool thing is if I have more streams and I get to raid more people. I think raiding is really cool. It's a fun concept. All right, here we go. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you tomorrow as well. This is a tremendously fun stream. Please wish me the best of luck in acquiring my beloved In-N-Out lunch. I think that'll work. Nice. And hope you have a great rest of your day / tomorrow in between when I see you. All right. Ready to raid, y'all. I wish you no bent pins in the 5900. Yes, please. Knock on wood for that. I'd be so sad. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining me. I will see you in the next one or whenever I next see you. Stay safe and have a good rest of your day. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Set out to do or hope that they'll be able to do, but